laughs and my heart chokes. Like Midas, everything you touch turns gold. You dance in the hallway like nobody's told. You say my name so softly, like a soft little word. Yeah, every time you're near me, all my doubts get blurred. You take my day, turn it bright, brand new. Every look you give says I choose you. I get you more than anybody ever could. You get me in a way I never understood. And every little smile, every little move you do. Ooh, baby, I don't need a reason. I just know. I just know. I get you. Yeah, it's all about your dreams, eyes wide, shining clear. And you tell the wildest stories I could listen for years. And you roll your eyes and kiss me when I'm stubborn and proud. You pull me back to center when my thoughts get loud. You take my fear, turn it into truth. Yeah. Every time you touch me, I remember you. I get you more than anybody ever could. You get me, yeah. In a way I never understood. Every little smile, every little move you do. Ooh, baby, I don't need a reason. I just know. I just know I get you. When the world feels heavy on my shoulders, you lean in, lay your head right over mine. You say we can carry this together, and just like that, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. I just know I get you. I get you. Yeah, I get you. You get me, and I get you.
What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream. Listen, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody watching, everybody who supports the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Listen, as you come into the building, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're hitting the like button as you come to the building. That definitely helps the channel to grow, you guys, right? And also, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, but you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe, y'all. And happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, May 26th. It's your girl's birthday, as you guys can see. Hooray to me. So, yes, it is my 50th birthday, you guys. I'm really excited. I'm happy to be here. Happy to, to have another year. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody who recently had a birthday. Shout out to y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. Shout out to everybody watching, everybody who supports the channel. I appreciate y'all so much. Listen, also, as you come into the building, hit the like button. Make sure you are supporting the channel by hitting the like button. Either you can support the channel via Super Chat or Cash App, you guys, to support the channel. If you want to, send your girl a birthday gift, you can do that through Super Chat or Cash App. I would really appreciate you guys. But most of all, make sure you hit the like button as you come into the building. That helps the channel a lot. All right. So, listen, we gonna hop into this live stream. We're gonna talk about some things, and I'm gonna wrap this up, you guys. But yeah, shout out to everybody in here. Before I start yapping even further, make sure you put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me good. If the audio is good, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me good. 1 in the chat, 1 in the chat. if the audio is good before I get to talking, you know. Before I get to yapping, put a one just so I can make sure that you guys hear me. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, everybody in the building. Reaction with Almighty. Shout out to you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Quick 504 in the building. Rick in the building. Thank you. Shout out to y'all. What the was that what the hell? What's in the air? I'm sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that. The Dream 3873 put a, all right, so y'all got the ones. J Rock 8701, thank y'all so much if you're here for being here. Thaddeus Dennis, shout out to you. The Truth Beyond 6936, thank you. I appreciate the birthday wishes, y'all. Thank y'all. Night Call, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And Troy Brown, thank you so much. Thank y'all for being here. Shout out to y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. And it's official, y'all, child. It is officially I guess I'm in my official big cat era, y'all, child. I'm just saying, God. Officially, right? Officially, I'm in the big cheetah print girl. Because for some reason, I don't know, every time the older women get, y'all, and I'm just babbling, I don't know, it just came to my mind. When I see women who are 50 and older, probably 40 and older, I don't know, 40 or 50 and old, I don't know, we're somehow drawn to cheetah print. I don't know what it is. I call it the big cat era. Like, you know what I mean? Somehow we gravitate to the cheetah print colors. I don't know what it is, y'all, but I don't know. I really have been drawn to cat print, cheetah print, whatever you want to call it, the older I get. So is that a thing? You don't see young girls wearing cheetah. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, that's just me. Don't pay me no mind, y'all. I just be thinking about stuff like that. Like, why is it the older you get, you start getting... I done bought a few dresses that's cheetah print. Why is that? Why? I feel like when you get older, it just... You automatically drawn to that. That's the cougar girl. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want that. So I won't be buying no more cheetah print. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. But for some reason, I feel like older women are gravitate to that. But anyway, what y'all think? Let me know. But anyway, y'all. I don't know why, but it seems to be that for some goddamn reason. I don't know, but it's just weird. When I was younger, I never bought anything cheetah print. The older you get, I don't know, it becomes attractive to us. I don't know. I call it old girl print or big cat print or something. Oh, my bad. I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. Please forgive me. But I don't know why that is. I don't know. Yes, so not child. But I will be mindful of that. I will not be buying any more cheetah print after this. This is a wrap. I think I've done enough. I don't need no more. I don't want to be in that club. I'm just saying. We call it over the hill. Right. But why when we get older, women, every woman that you know, either 45, 50 and older, they be wearing that cheetah print. I don't know. And here I am, child. It's a mess though. But anyway, fresh always. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's crazy though, y'all. But we're gonna get into this live stream. I want to play this video. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, because he posted this video. I saw this video on the Poor Man's Podcast as well. Shout out to him also. About Vivica Fox, y'all. Now, speaking of cheetah print, you know, speaking of getting over the hill, you know, it's a blessing to get older. Trust me, it is a blessing. But you know, some people still have issues in their older age. Some people still out here trying to get a man at 61 and kind of regret some of the decisions that they made in their older years. This is when things seems to come to the light, when people start to really reevaluate their life's choices and really start to look at where you ended up, you know. And like I said before, we don't have a lifetime to be here. Like, you know, life is short, really, when you think about it. Like, you can't be playing around. You can't be wasting time. If you want something, you better go about it the right way and get it, or you may regret some things. And so, listen, while I'm not going to harp on Vivica Fox, you know, this lady is, I mean, for 61, I don't think she looked bad. You know, I think, I just don't think that she ended up where she really wanted to end up. And that's the case for a lot of older women. You know what I mean? And, you know, and I guess in general, there are people who have regrets in life. I guess that's a normal thing. But when you try to come at other people and try to, you know, shade other people for having opinions because it don't align with where you are and what you believe in, that's when people tend to think, oh, karma hit you hard. Because for some reason, I'm gonna play the video in a second. For some reason, after Vivica Fox said the things that she said about Kevin Samuels, somehow she just blowed it out. All of a sudden, like she just got big or something. Like the karma like attacked her real quick. It's like something about, because you're gonna see the video of her talking about that. She still looked pretty decent. After that, something changed. Her voice changed. Her voice changed.
It changed. It went from
regular, then it went to
you gotta know who and what I am, and what it sounded like she had an egg in her throat.
It changed. And then she got something changed. And some would say that that is karma. I don't know, but all I know, I saw the difference, and it's like, you know, now people are coming at her. It's like, so, you know, it's not the fact that you can't have opinions or you can't. Who said surgery? Surgery too. Exactly. Thank you, Grits and Bacon 05. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like the what else want to say? Yeah, the surgery. She's had that face pull. She's had that face pull. And so when you get older, that surgery don't tend to age well. It don't look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful. Like that surgery will have you looking a hot mess. Age naturally, you know. Now listen, I'm not really totally against a little, you know, something if you need it. I haven't done any of that. But what I'm saying is, hell, by the time I get to 60, hell, who knows? But what I'm saying, they be prematurely getting this stuff. And by the time you get to that age, it doesn't settle right. It starts to look, it make your face look bloated. It makes you look weird. On top of that, you know, as women, we go through different changes in life. So that affects your the way you look and your size and all of that. But there are things to combat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you get that face pulled and tucked and do all that, you start messing with your face, it don't age well. And I've seen that happen to a lot of people. So I'm like, girl, you better get you some firming creams and, you know, moisturize and get some sleep. Because like basic things could take you very, very far. Now, people say black don't crack. My daughter says it swells though. So, child.
Oh my God!
She said black don't crack, but it swells. So we see. And so, you know, you just gotta, you know, work on yourself. That's all. We all gotta get old and things are gonna change, but you can do it gracefully. And that's my goal, to age gracefully. And so far, thank God it's happening. And then my mother, to be honest, she looks good too for her age. She is aging gracefully. She does not no bad skin, none of that. Like, she definitely, I could say, is aging gracefully. So, you know, you just gotta take care of yourself. Sleep, get some rest. You know, try to eat healthy and all that kind of stuff, but rest and no smoking and drinking and all that kind of stuff and out, you know, all that kind of ages you, in my opinion. But anyway, we back to this whole situation with Vivica and relationships and all of that. I want to get into the video, and I want to get your thoughts on it. So make sure you chime in the comments below. David Trawick, I hope I'm saying it. Trawick. I hope I'm saying that right, David. But shout out to you, David. Thank you for the super chat. Says happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. David also says Sheba dog in samurai armor, waving a banner saying #1.
Oh my God!
Baby, thank you, David. Thank you, David. I appreciate you, child. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Thank you, David. I appreciate you once again. Somebody said something. I missed this. Y'all sisters only need juices and berries. Child, we need a little bit more than that. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all, let's get into the video. Make sure you are hitting the like button as you come into the building. Hit the like button as you come into the building. Go ahead, hit the like button as you come into the building, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go.
I'm a woman of a certain age, and, you know, life changes. The body changes. And you're not going to be the same size that you were when you were 19, 20 years old.
In 2020, the world had literally shut down. Folks was afraid to go outside because of COVID. Long-term relationships went down. The economy and jobs went down, but STDs went up. But another person who went up at that time was Kevin Samuels. And his live stream sometimes could reach 10 to 20,000 people. But on this particular day, before he was taking callers, he was talking about the tumultuous relationship between 50 Cent and Vivica A. Fox. Now, his main point here was that Vivica A. Fox underestimated the kind of man that 50 Cent would later become. She was older than him. 50 actually didn't have as much life experience at the time, and they only dated for 4 months. But still, Vivica A. Fox, even in 2020, wanted 50 Cent back.
Because who looked more hurt, Curtis Jackson or Vivica A. Fox?
Now, this is 2020. He said, who looked more hurt between 50 Cent and Vivica A. Fox once they split up, right?
Fire to chase after their dreams. Don't date 50 Cent and don't date no damn rappers.
But Kevin Samuels wouldn't stop there. He would go for the jugular.
Have you guys looked at the way Vivica looks these days? Every time you see her, it looks like she done sucked on a bag of lemons.
Oh my God!
Now, I remember back in the 90s when Vivica was hot.
Ouch. I will admit.
Like, I'm just saying, and now this was after Kevin Samuels rest in peace. After she said that man, what she said about him was just horrible, in my opinion. You didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? People, and I said this when it happened, they talk about people as if they ain't got to get old, and if we ain't all got to die. We all got to die at some point. And that's not something that you should be joking about or something that you should make light of or make fun of. And I just felt like the way she did that was just very distasteful, out of line, out of order. Ain't nobody saying that you had to agree with the man. If that's your decision. If you don't agree with what somebody is saying, that's your business. Who gives a damn? You don't have to agree, but you knew what he was saying was hitting on some truth. And this is why she felt that way. To me, the people who get highly upset over somebody, a stranger's opinion, is because y'all they the hit dogs that's hollering. You know that what the man is saying, there was a lot of truth to it and that it's affecting you directly. And so instead of you just saying, you know what, or not saying anything, but instead of you just having your thoughts about it and either keeping it to yourself, or if you wanted to say what your opinions were about him, fine. But to me, there's a way to go about it and it doesn't have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be, oh, well, he just croaked over and he was a shock jock or what. You know, no, he was saying things that y'all know was truthful and you hated to accept it. That's it. Now here you are, 61 going on, 62 years old. She'll be 62 years old this year, looking like something happened. And it's like, could that be her karma? I don't know. We're going to listen to what she's saying and how people are talking about her. And she's, she doesn't like it. This is why you have to be careful about what you say and how you say it, especially if you don't want that to come back to you. You know what I mean? There's one, it's one thing to have an opinion, but you know what I'm saying? And be vocal about certain things. And everybody can have their own opinions, but I mean, just to say things that are considered disparaging about a specific person, it's diabolical. I just think that, you can speak in general about situations, but when you're talking about a specific person, you got to understand that karma is real, in my opinion, anyway, y'all. J-Rock 8701, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, happy birthday, DeeDee. Thank you. For some women over 50, they're not big cats, they're saber-tooth cats, child. I know there's some kind of cat, though, J-Rock, because I'm like, child, it becomes something. You know what I'm saying? With the big tiger print and the cheetah. Like, why is that? Anyway, but this is my last day wearing the cheetah print. I'm just saying, I'm not doing it. I'm not falling into the big cat, saber-tooth cat category. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm attracted to the cheetah print. I think something in us is making us do that when we get older for some reason. I don't know. But thank you, J-Rock 8701. I appreciate you once again. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to you. Blue X in the building, 225. Shout out to you, sis. Happy birthday to you and your twin sister, Big 50. May Geminis are less crazy than June Geminis. That's my first time hearing that, Blue X. That's my first time hearing that, but that's good to know. Because I know I told you I'm a little bit crazy. Not a whole lot. So maybe that's real. But thank you so much, and shout out to you too as well on your recent birthday as well. Thank you, I appreciate the super chat, and thank you so much for being here, baby. It's crazy, y'all. Let's continue though.
That's kind of harsh, but it was true. At least at that time, I didn't really think that Vivica A. Fox was that bad looking or anything. It was obvious that maybe Vivica A. Fox had been using Botox or something like that, and her physical features indeed were changing. And because of that, he would end with this.
So many women like Vivica A. Fox. Women have already met their guy, and they blew it.
So his main point is this. Women who have youth when they are younger miss out on a good guy when they are older, and then they live to regret it. Kevin Samuels would then take over the internet for 2021 and 2022 until May 5th, 2022, when Kevin Samuels unfortunately would die of a heart attack in Atlanta, Georgia. A lot of people were stunned and hurt by his death, including myself. But that gave Vivica A. Fox some ammunition.
A hypocrite, in my honest opinion. He really was. I didn't find anything about him to be healing. He insulted African-American women on a consistent basis. One of his last statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, that you're no good and disposable. To me, it was a
That man did not say that. And see, that's the thing. If you're going to quote somebody, like, you need to quote them right. He did not say that women were disposable, and he did not, those were not his words. He did not say that. He was saying things that would, this is why you get your karma. That man didn't say that. And I mean, nobody said he's supposed to be healing to you. Who said he was a healer? Shit. I don't think he claimed to be a healer. Like, you know, this is the thing. A lot of women who have the worst things to say about a person, you don't really know nothing about them. You don't even know what they're saying. You just take the little clips and you run with it, and you think you know what you're talking about. No, you know, but she did know what he was saying applied to her. That's why she mad. Because it applied to her. She's an older, cougar, big cat woman who's sitting there with no husband, no children, you know, by herself, still looking for a man.
To take her serious, to accept her for who and what she is, and to take her shopping.
She's still at her big age, big cat cougar age, still want a man to take her shopping. Well, I mean, you should have a husband at this point where y'all go shopping together. Or he could take you shopping. You still looking for a man to take you shopping at 60-something years old. If that ain't karma, I don't know what it is. Like, come on now, it doesn't make any sense. At that big age, you should even be settled down with a man and comfortable with your person until y'all get out of here. But no, these women hate to accept the truth, and then when the truth slaps them in the face, then they go looking crazy, like looking around like, people making fun of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, yeah, but y'all easily make fun of men, but you don't want nobody to look at you and say what you turned into. If you look like you turned into a big pumpkin, okay, well, accept that. What happened? And accept the fact that most men aren't out here checking for you. Yes, I think Vivica looked really good when she was young. I think she looked real good. She had the options. She had options. She had the pick of the litter. She probably had a lot of men after her. And the truth of the matter is, these women blow those opportunities. That's just all it is. If you're happy in your big age, in your big cat cougar age, I love it. You love it. You like it. I love it. I'm not saying people can't be happy older, but they complain about it and they still searching and looking for something that they missed out on, that you had all the opportunities in the world to get when you were younger, when you were in your prime. You took it for granted or took advantage of that, and you thought you could keep going and get more and more and more and better and better and better, and then the options dried out, and now you're sitting around looking at like, who's gonna take me shopping? Girl, you gonna take you shopping, because you You are the man you looking for. A lot of these women, y'all have become the men that y'all looking for. You're the big man that you've been looking for, and that's it. That's why you can't find them, because you that guy. Let's continue.
Shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind.
But the next part would be worse.
So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick.
That's hard.
Now, many people would look at this and say that her comments were very insensitive.
Yeah.
I get the fact that Kevin Samuels took shots at her first, but for her to say that he killed over real quick was just very rude, and she never apologized for it. And just because Kevin Samuels said what he said, it didn't mean that it wasn't true. Because fast forward. So that was Vivica in 2022.
Now, 2022, I think she looked great. I ain't see nothing wrong with her here. I think she looked great. And honestly, at 61, I don't think she looks worse. I don't think she looks the worst. I actually don't think she looked that bad at 61. I don't think she looked that bad. I think if she lost a few pounds, she would look even better. I don't think she looked the worst. You know, once again, black doesn't crack, it just swells. And she definitely swole up. I'm just saying. And I mean, I get that, but she don't look bad to me anyway. But we definitely saw a big shift. Irving Hunt, 5097. Thank you, Irvin, for the super chat. Says, happy birthday, DD. You look half your age. Thank you. These plastic surgery gals could learn something from you. Hit the like. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the birthday wish, and I appreciate you for the super chat, Irvin. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to everybody for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Rogue C 5477. Thank you. I appreciate you, love. Thank you. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you, Frank G Life. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I don't know. That made me laugh. Let's continue.
And she looked, still very good. Then there was Vivica in about 2024, and something definitely happened. Seems like her face is bigger, putting on weight. I'm not sure what happened, but obviously something happened. And then she was saying this.
Talk about what else you're wanting. Are you dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date.
Yeah.
It's limited resources out there, right?
She is looking for a date. She's looking to be in some level of a relationship.
Right.
Now, this is important in what Kevin was trying to prove the entire time. Yes, Vivica was beautiful. Yes, Vivica was successful. But her own behavior or her own personal attitude stopped her from excelling in personal relationships with men. I mean, she had been married at least once to Christopher Harvest, aka 6ix9ine, a singer, and she was 34 at that time, and she was paying all the bills. So just imagine you got an opportunity with 50 Cent and you blow that, and now nobody wants to deal with you. And then ultimately what we start to see with Vivica A. Fox, at least people who are heavily critical of her, not just men, was that her physical appearance was starting to look a lot different. Many people felt that this physical appearance of hers was actually in severe decline. People were making jokes about it. I mean, it was insane. And this will be proved by a comedian by the name of Dave Martin. He would say, I dodged a bullet.
Right. And see, and now, she's speaking out about that and how cruel the internet is and the cruel things that people say about her. Well, you didn't think about the cruel things you said about somebody else. Like that's why I said karma is real, and she's getting to experience that. And she talked about karma, but here's your karma. No, you're talking about a man who gave his opinions about the dating market, and he had, looking at what and talking to men who told him what it is that they're looking for and what they wanted. And whether you agree with him or not, there's still no reason to disparage that man for his opinions, because you felt it was an attack on you, and all the while what he was saying it's actually you, and it's a real thing that the older you get, You have less options. And here she fast forward, she said it herself. There are less options because not because there aren't any good men out there, it's because you don't, they're looking for something younger. They're looking for something more attractive. You've aged out of that market. That's essentially what he's saying. Look, the older you get, you have less options. Who thinks that's a lie? It's not saying that you can't get somebody, but what the problem is, your expectations as you get older go through the roof. What you want as a woman, the older you get, your expectations for what you want from a man becomes even higher, even though the marketplace, you're going down. You're doing this and what you want goes up, and you don't realize the older you get, you can't expect that from a man because he's not checking for you. Those expectations may be viable for a younger woman because that's what the men want. And women, once again, and I'm not going to say all women, but we know that it's not all, but a lot of women don't understand that concept or don't want to understand that concept. You want to believe that no matter how old you are, that you can get you're the pick of the litter and that you can get whatever you want when it's not even your choice. Yes, you have to accept the man that wants you, but the man that you want, is he willing to accept you back? And that's the part they don't want to, somehow they forget that men have the ultimate choice. Men decide who they want to marry. You could think you're the best thing since sliced bread. You could think you're the hell of a woman. But if he doesn't see you as that, then he's not going to take you seriously. That's the part I think they forget. And then they tend to blame it on men. Well, men just don't know how to accept a good woman. Maybe you're just not that woman that he wants. You're not that woman that he wants. You know, and that's okay. If he doesn't want you, then go on and try to find somebody else. But a lot of women don't want to accept the fact that this is not in their control. You don't have that control. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. You really don't. And once again, I don't think that every woman out here is a bad woman. I just think the expectations that they have are just unrealistic. And the older they get, the more, because they feel like they're growing as a person and they're learning more. And I do think with age, there should be a level of wisdom and knowledge that you gain, because I always say on this platform that every day I learn something new. I learn something from the people on my platform, the people who come on here, the people who tell me things. I learn something new every day. I'm open to learning something new because I don't know it all. I will never, ever, ever claim to know it all. There's a lot of things I can learn and stand to learn and grow from. And I'm open to it. I'm receptive to it. It doesn't make me less than because I'm saying, hey, I can learn something new. That's how you grow and better yourself. But at the same time, just because I learn something and I grow doesn't mean that my expectations for a man go through the roof, especially if I'm 60 years old. She's 60 years old, 61. She'll be 62. Like that, you know, you still want a man to take you shopping. You're so successful. You've accomplished all these things in life, but you're still looking for a man to fully take care of you and fully do all these things for you. And you won't accept anything less because that would be you settling. That is an insane mindset, but that's why and then your attitude is nasty. You think your ish don't stink. You think that you're better than any man walking. And I think this is the problem. And so you age out of the dating market and you age out now you're to the point to where there's no returning. You've outgrown the dating market to the point where men are looking at you saying, nah, you might be nice, you cool. You know, if you're going to give me something, I'll take that. But other than that, no, I don't want to deal with your attitude. I don't want to take you shopping. I don't want to deal with you. And you're not that attractive to me. That's what a lot of men probably are saying. Yeah, you look good, but Vivica, you know, you're a senior citizen. They want a younger woman. And you can shame men for wanting younger women all you want, but that doesn't change the fact that they want younger women. That's just what it is. So, you know, but we're going to get more into it. Eugene Steele, thank you so much for the super chat, says, when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. Oh, exactly. Right now, karma is not kind to Vivica. By the way, DeeDee, you don't look 50. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Eugene. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's just crazy though. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, y'all. We got about 181 people. You know, I know y'all lying. We got 181 people watching, 97 likes. Come on, what's wrong with y'all fingers? Like, hit the like button. Like, take your finger, hit the like button, y'all. It don't cost you nothing to do that. Like, what y'all doing? Y'all at work? What y'all doing? Y'all sneaking on the internet at work? Y'all can't hit the like button? Come on now, hit the like button, y'all. Thank you, Eugene. I appreciate you once again. Thank you, Sandra. Sandra, thank you. Shout out to Sandra Faye in the building. Hit the like button, y'all. Come on now. Let's continue, y'all.
In the caption in that, he said, "Woo, Vivica Fox, thank you for declining." Now, as you can see, this particular photo got a lot of likes and everything like that, but he would come back and respond to the criticism.
Now, before he gets to going, I'm not going to say too much about Vivica because, baby, I don't want karma to hit me in the face. Y'all saying I look good for 50, baby. I want to look good for 60. So I ain't gonna go. I don't want karma to slide my face down or make it stretch out. I don't want that, child. I don't want my face stretched out, bloated like out to here or slide. Nah, we gonna keep it a little cute for Miss Vivica because I don't want karma to literally slap me in the face. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for that. Oh hell no. I'm just saying. See, Irving, what's going on? How are you? Happy birthday, Sister DeeDee. You were dope on the ladies' table with Jeff. Thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. How you been? Hope all is well with you, C. Irvin. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you for the birthday wishes as well. Doug O'Neill, 9142. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you and thank you so much for being here. Child, it looks like it's about to storm. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's continue, y'all.
There's also a debate in the comments about whether this is Vivica Fox's karma, her dating woes, from Kevin Samuels, because she spoke disparagingly about his death.
Yeah.
And she said his death was his karma.
Again, we're hearing karma. It's like she's getting the same karma that she gave Kevin Samuels. And it's crazy because Vivica A. Fox would eventually respond to all of the critics about her looks just recently.
I'm a woman of a certain age, and life changes, the body changes, and you're not going to be the same size that you were when you were 19, 20 years old. But people forget that sometimes, and they can say very mean things to you. But I have to remember, I'm a woman, and I am comfortable in the skin I'm in, flaws and all. So, I'm in a business that, you get judged by your looks constantly, especially if you were like, a hot chick and stuff like that. Sometimes people don't allow you the grace to age, to be normal, to live a little bit.
Now, listen, while I think she has a point there, I think especially in Hollywood and just in general, people tend to want to keep you looking the way they first initially saw you. Like, especially in Hollywood, you can't age. I remember Julia Roberts was talking about that when she posted something with her and her niece. And they were saying, oh my God, look at Julia Roberts. She looks horrible. And she had to come back and make a statement saying, hey, I'm an older woman. You can't expect me to look like I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. So I think the problem, though, is when it comes to Vivica, I think people are associating the attitude with it. Like, how are you as a person? I think people aren't stupid. People understand that you have to age. But when you have this kind of LeBeau attitude and you kind of like act like you're better than the program, people tend to judge you a little bit more harshly. If you came off as a sweetheart and you was a sweetheart, there are other women who, are aging gracefully and nobody is saying anything negative about them. But when it comes to Vivica, I think people have a lot of negative things to say because of how she came across and the things that she said about Kevin Samuels and others. And so now they're saying, okay, look, you had that to say. Oh, you want to have a negative attitude. Now we gonna drag you through the mud because now look at you. And nobody don't want you, and look at you. And look what's happening to your face and stuff. So that's part of it, I do believe. I do think that is part of it. Santiago Bond 964. Thank you for the super chat. Says happy birthday, DeeDee. Thank you so much, Santiago. I appreciate you for being here. Shout out to you. Yeah, so I think it's your attitude. I think it's the mentality. I think people could well empathize with you if you are a good person, if you have a genuine good heart, and she could, but she doesn't come off as that way as she does. Charles, what is that? Charles Tofield. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I think it's funny how Kevin Samuels is basically the Night King for Vivica Fox and Kendra G. Winter is coming and the North remember. Exactly. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, listen, winter is here and they're not ready. They're not prepared. They don't have their winter coats. They're not ready for it. It's still trying to force a narrative onto men who are just not accepting it. And now they have to deal with the reality of something they push back against. And either you're going to accept it and be happy with the rest of your life, or you just going to be complaining and confused about it and still try to reinvent the wheel and push something that just ain't gonna work. Especially these men are not playing. In 2026, these men are not accepting these chicks with these attitudes. They're just not. And so they're going to have to get with the program or keep it moving. Just enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. I just hit the like button, DeeDee. Yep, I'm at work right now. Well, thank you for hitting the like, Tanya. Cause baby, listen. Oh, the likes went up though. Now we got 203 watching, 142 likes. Somebody's still at work and they hit the like button, child. Well, thank you, Tanya, for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. And thank you, Charles. Once again, I appreciate you for the super chat. Let's continue.
To have children, to look a little bit more mature, to age. To age is a blessing and a beautiful thing. And so if you don't listen to the chatterbox and stay true to who you are and love who you are, it can destroy you. It really can.
In this case, Vivica A. Fox obviously feels, very hurt about people talking about her declining looks and everything like that. And again, I can understand it because yes, certain people who looked very good as females in their 30s definitely look different now. But the real issue for me and why people talk so badly about Vivica A. Fox is because of her behavior. I mean, there are a lot of other ladies who, were older. For example, you got ladies like Jill Scott, the late great Angie Stone who passed away. There's Janet Jackson, whose weight goes up and down all the time. But you never hear men talking about them because they don't really look at these women who typically have, negative or bad attitudes, even if they were very, very beautiful and they got, let's say, for example, very bigger, or they put on weight. They don't. But the reason why people will say that about Vivica A. Fox is this.
But the reason for that is they have bad character. They have a bad personality. They don't have the wisdom. They don't have the intellect. They don't have the things that they should have at their age. They make life hard, not just for themselves, but the people around them. Then we want to add the fact that they are out of their prime. They're out of the typical baby making ages. So yes, women in that category have hit the wall.
See, the reality about Vivica A. Fox is when you're beautiful, you can kind of afford to have a bad attitude. When you're older and your looks fade away, and if you still have a bad attitude, like Vivica A. Fox is, well, people are going to remember that. And now you don't have very much leverage. So when you start hitting the wall and you don't have those looks anymore, you can say you're confident within yourself. But the reality is that people don't want to deal with you at all. And now your looks are not what they used to be. So that gives them even more ammunition. Right. What are we really trying to say here, ladies and gentlemen? Life is more than looks. It is a lot about your attitude and how you treat people. Exactly. Vivica A. Fox has never been able to really get along with men. She's always had a attitude problem. She's never taken any kind of accountability for her mistakes. And even with Kevin Samuels passing away, he still predicted her future. It has gotten even worse. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Jackson, back at it again.
Shout out to O'Shea once again. He's absolutely right. And I think, once again, it has a lot to do with your attitude. But that's what's keeping a lot of women stuck nowadays. This is why a lot of women, And look, I know I talk about women. I don't think it's just women with the issues, but because women outnumber men, and a lot of women think this way. It is a lot of women, and I'm not. It doesn't. And I'm not saying that to say this excludes men from having issues. No, because there are men who have issues too. Oh my God, there are men who have issues and need to work on themselves and are kind of lost and don't know how to go about relationships and women and understanding women as well. But because there's enough out there pointing to the men, I like to focus on the women because most people don't want to focus on the women, and women don't want to focus on the women. So no, I'm a woman, a black woman who like to focus on the black women issues because I think it's a major issue, and it does a disservice to helping to create communities and families within our group. And I think women are the ones who have never been held to held their feet to the fire. And I think all of us, we've been coddled and we've made to believe that we're just everything in 10 bags of chips and we don't have any flaws and we don't have anything to work on. And that's a major problem. And I think if women would change their mentality, I think men would understand and see better. And I think it would bring more hope for our communities. I do think, and women always like to say they have the power when they think they have the control, but they're not using it properly. They have the power and the control to manipulate folks. They have the power and the control to get their way. When we as women, we can say, "Oh, we want to be independent," but still expect a man to pay all the bills. We can come up with things that benefit us and expect men just to acquiesce to it. We are the only group that could decide and say what we want, when we want, how we want it, and then shame men if they don't do it. But they haven't gotten to a point they're getting there to understand that, hey, you don't have full control. You don't really have the control and the power that you think you do. The power that you have is the control of your body, and a lot of these women don't even use that properly. The power that you do have, you let it all go freely, and thinking that you can control men, and you cannot. No matter what you think, you whatever control or power you think you have, you realize now that it's not as powerful as you thought. And it's leaving a lot of women on the wayside because they can't wrap their brains around what's happening. They can't fully recollect what is actually going down and why their power and their intuition and all this shit that they be saying ain't working. It's because you refuse to accept the truth of what's going on, the truth of nature, the truth of all this BS that you've been taught by your grandmothers and your mamas and all these feminists and all these single women who ain't never had a man their whole lives, and now they old and they want to see you in the same positions that they're in. Y'all keep listening to the wrong people, hooking y'all, hyping y'all up, making you more and more delusional to the fact or to the point to where we have women out here saying, I want millionaires. I need a millionaire. That's all I qualify for. That's all that will qualify for me is I need a man who's making millions of dollars to give me a lifestyle. And you ain't never had a millionaire cross your path your entire life. Oh my God. You don't even know any millionaires. You're not even in the vicinity of millionaires. And if you were, you'd probably be working for them and they don't even see you as a viable option. That's how delusional a lot of women have become. And they really believe this shit. They really believe that this is the truth. Like this is going to be a fairy tale. They really believe that their life is going to be like the movie Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts and what's his name? They really think Pretty Woman. They love that movie because that's all these women, a lot of these women out here are 304s. And they really believe that their Prince Charming is going to come take them up out of the streets and put them up in his penthouse and give him a card and say, hey, give them a card and say, hey, go shop to your heart's desire and get everything they really think that that's real. Pretty Woman is the blueprint for a lot of the way these women think. They really think a rich man is going to take them out from obscurity. They really think that if they go and get these BBLs and they present themselves out here the way they think a man would, or present what they think a man would like, that he gonna see them and scoop them up, just like the movie Pretty Woman. It's a movie. It's a movie. Because I often ask myself, where are these women getting these ideas from? Why do they think that this is possible for all of them? And I do understand you may have a good girlfriend or one or two who maybe had a man who come in and is taking care of them and doing these things. And you're looking at that and you're aspiring to have that. Okay, I get it. That's still that's an anecdotal situation. That is not the majority. The majority of girls work at Walmart and at the convenience store, and there's nothing wrong with working at Walmart. Trust me, ain't nothing wrong with a legitimate job over here. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but what I'm saying is the reality is either they're working a salon, you know, they do hair, which is, hey, that's a lot of money in that. What I'm saying, the truth of the matter is you work at the bank, your girlfriend work at Walmart, the other one is a hairstylist. You know what I mean? Someone work at the post office, somebody work at the DMV. Y'all have regular jobs, which is no problem. Some of y'all are Uber drivers. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is this is your circle. Most of the women that you want have these regular jobs, don't have a man, they're single mothers. And then one or two of them maybe got a man that they're married to and he's taking care of all the bills and while she at home and she's cheating on him and y'all know it. But y'all don't say nothing because she got a man that's paying all the bills. So you want that. But the majority of the people that you know don't have that. So you go with the two examples versus the multiple examples of regular, you know what I'm saying? Situation, hood type stuff. But you gonna harp on the two chicks you know that got a husband. You gonna say, and even though y'all know she ain't treating him right, but y'all want that because she don't have to work. But you see, the majority is not that. So once again, you have a bunch of women who say that they're educated. You know, they're so smart, but you're not smart enough when it comes to dating and relationships and men. So you may think you're smart in one area, but you're not really smart in another. And I say it all the time. And this is where you could get some advice. You could learn a few things. That's all. Try something different. Take a different approach. And it's not about, because a lot of women, you know, I hear will say, oh, I'm not settling, or, you know, they want you to accept the bare minimum. No, it's not that. But you're expecting him to accept the bare minimum. But you don't see yourself as the bare minimum. That's the problem. A lot of women are overinflating themselves. You're making yourself to be more than what you actually are. And it doesn't take away from who you are as a person, because if you're such a great person, right, and you have so much to offer a man, why don't you have one? Oh my God. Because to me, the good women who actually are good women, it's not about a BBL, it's not about a look. It's about who you are as a person and how you show up and how you talk. What's your conversation like? When you having a conversation with anybody, what is it that you're talking about? Is it Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B and you want to go to the concerts and you need money for your rent? Or is it something more and it's speaking to who you are as a person and what you offer and what you're looking for? Not just what you're offering, but what you're looking for and your values and what's important to you. See, I think men want to know that the same way women want to know what a man offers and what values he would bring to her life. Men want the same thing. Men want a woman who actually brings some type of value. He wanted her to look good and he want her to bring some type of value into his life. He's looking for a woman to raise his kids. That's a big deal. But because a lot of women are already single mothers, they don't see the value in that when it comes to a man, because they like to portray all men as the type that don't care about no kids and they don't really do this and they don't really do that. But a lot of men do. This is why 54% of men are childless and single. And that was a shock to a lot of women because they're like, wait a minute. Oh, we see this Pookie and Ray Rays. They got 9, 10 children with 6 and 7 and 8 baby mamas. That's y'all environment and that's all you see. So when you hear these stats, you don't believe it. It's because what your circle or you're centered around is all the foolishness and you're a part of it. So of course you won't believe the stats because that's not a part of your everyday life. Dane C 2572. Thank you for the super chat. Dane C says, happy birthday, DeeDee. Enjoy all the newly earned discounts. Child, what discounts? What he at? Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for them. Trust me, because I could use some discounts for sure. Thank you, Dane C. I appreciate you. Hell yeah, I'll take it. How high gas and things are? Where the gas discounts at for a 50-year-old child? I'll take that. Even though I don't drive a lot, my car keeps gas in it because I really don't go to many places. But my husband's car, he can use it. Hell. Thank you, Dane C. I appreciate you. Grits and Bacon 05 says, all that woman intuition and still got 3 to 5 baby daddies and want a 6-figure man to come and clean it up. Exactly. Damn intuition. They don't have no damn intuition. Thank you, Grits and Bacon 05. That's a bunch of BS. Your intuition never kicks in when you need it. You know, their intuition never kick in when they need it. And I used to listen. I've heard all of this stuff growing up, and I don't know. I kind kind of took on it a little bit when I was younger because that's what my mama used to say, and my aunties and people around me said that. So I kind of believed it for a second, but then I'm like, it don't never work. It don't ever work when it need to work. Where is it when y'all, dating these pookies and y'all don't see he got 6 baby mamas and y'all don't realize, you know what? I don't want to become number 7. Oh my God. And this might not be good for me. You know what I'm saying? This type of guy might not be for a good relationship. Why y'all intuition don't kick in then? Because they don't want it to. And it's a bunch of, a load of BS. Thank you, Grits and Bacon. Once again, I appreciate you. It just don't make no sense. And anybody with logical sense will understand that. What is it? Aunt Pratt Jr. I hope I'm Aunt H. Pratt Jr. I hope I'm saying that right. My ex left. Now she crying, looking stupid. Child. Oh, don't they all? Don't they all? That's what I'm saying. Because you get out here in these streets, you leave a good situation, not realizing how good you had it. And then you get out in these streets and then you want to come back. And these men ain't taking you back. These men like, oh, hell no. You done been out there for the streets. Who knows who done been ran through you and you don't want to come back to me? No, because then you will be the crazy one to accept somebody back after they do that. No. Right now, me and my husband know real life situations of this happening where these women left their husbands, got pregnant for another man, and then that man left them and got them into some stuff, and now they want him back. And now, because the grass wasn't wasn't greener out there, and now you want to come back. So you're just gonna be left looking stupid. That's what you get. Thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate you. Baby Funk 1975, thank you for the super chat. Says 5 more years. 5 more years, and you can order from the Denny's menu. Happy birthday, DeeDee. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. 5 more years, and I can order from the Denny's menu? What you mean? Oh, my God. Do I get a discount, Baby Funk 1975? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. You're 50 for real. Wow, I thought you were in your 20s. Oh, come on. I have a 25-year-old. What you mean? Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Hell, people say that until you put the 25-year-old next to you, and then you see the difference. Oh, my God. I had to recognize that, too. I was eating that up for a minute. Oh, my God. Girl, you look like you're your 20s. Girl, you look like your 30s to my 25. Let me go get my 25-year-old and stand her here. Then you see the difference, okay? You see the difference then. We took a graduation picture with my daughter one of those years. 1 year, the year she graduated, I think it was high school. We took a picture, and I said on that picture, oh, girl, you look like the mama. Oh, my girl, God. You don't look like you. That ain't no that's the mama for sure. So yeah, and I love it. But yeah, until the 25-year-old who's much slimmer, looks real younger, then you see the difference. Okay. So yeah, I appreciate the compliments, but I am not delusional. You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to age gracefully, and thank God I believe that I am. But I know I'm not, I have 20-something-year-olds and I see the difference. And, I can just go back and look at my old 25-year-old pictures and I see, oh, girl, yeah, you're older. Okay. Thank you, Baby Funk 1975. I appreciate you. But I appreciate the compliment, He manipulated me, tricked me, bamboozled me. I was young and naive. That's how he was able to trick me. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Gray Win, thank you for the super chat. Says, F out of here. You're not 50. I don't believe it. Born in 1976, okay? 76. Yes, I'm 50. Half 100. Oh, my God. Believe it. Yes, I am. Thank God. I'm here. Oh, my God. Yes, born in 1976, baby. For real, believe it. No lies detected. Oh, my God. Thank you, Gray Win. I appreciate you. Thank you, Aboriginal. I appreciate you. Red Talk Anna, what's going on, baby? How are you? Good to see you, love. Thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday. Stay on their necks, beautiful. You don't look 50. A lot of these 20-year-olds are aging like cheese in an air fryer, baby. Oh, not the cheese in an air fryer, child. But thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Hope all is well with you. Shout out to you. And thank you once again. I appreciate you. Yes, Lord. She say, Asian like cheese in the air fryer, y'all. Child, I thought that's beyond Asian like milk, right, child? Oh, but it's true. God. It's true. Yeah, they say these young women, you putting makeup on too early. You know, I didn't wear makeup at a young age. Even when I was in my 20s, I didn't wear a lot of makeup at all. I wear a little bit more now for this and for certain things, but I don't even wear makeup every day. Most of the days, I'm barefaced, child. Chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's just a mess, y'all. It's crazy out in these streets. Oh Lord. Inspirational Truth. Thank you for the super chat. Says happy birthday, 50. I never would have guessed. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Inspirational Truth. I appreciate you for the birthday wish, and thank you so much for being here. 87 Stephen X says happy birthday, Dee. Welcome to the 50 Club, the Club 50. Fellow Gen Xer, the greatest generation. I know that's right. I'll be 55 in July and still feel and look the same as I did in my 20s. That is a blessing. Shout out to you. I don't feel like my 20s. You know what I mean? I don't. Child, oh my God, listen, I had my husband took me yesterday. Well, I had a surprise birthday party yesterday, y'all. So that's why I'm really like kind of tired today. My little family surprised me with a birthday party. It was amazing, by the way. And you know, my husband took me for a massage yesterday. And he took to get my nails done. And then when I came home, they dressed up and surprised me with a party. I got all emotional. It was beautiful. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And the shenanigans will continue today later on. But I am so grateful for my husband and my family. I really am. They had me crying. I was boohoo crying. Like, I mean, because you it's like sometimes you kind of like not forget, but you know, these moments is where you really realize how blessed you are, you know, and what you actually have. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I always talk about how people just take for granted time. We don't have a whole lot of time here. And you know, if you are fortunate enough to have a loving husband, loving wife, loving children, a family that really cares, man, it doesn't get any better than that. You know, all this other, you know, and you know, gifts and superficial things are great. And yeah, you get to experience that too. But it's not just about that. That's all I'm saying. It's not, I'm never saying that you shouldn't want nice things from people and all that, but that is not the top of the priority, you know, because I always, and you know, I got emotional because I'm just like, my life could have took a totally different turn. Could have, from where I come from, it could have been totally different. You know, I could have been in a worse situation or just really just at a bad place. And then I'm just grateful that I'm here and I get to experience the life that I have. Because I know a lot of people wish for the life that I have, and it's not all about money and fame and glitz and glamour. I don't even want that anyway. That's not something I wanted anyway. But it really humbles. It really makes you think about what you have and how special it is and how unique it is. Because to me, the little things matter, and they're the biggest things that matter. Having a family, you look around and your kids are grown. My children are majority of them are grown and they're good people, and they love us, you know, and they care and they show it. It's a beautiful thing, I will say, you know, and it's moments like this where you really reflect on that. And it brought me to tears yesterday, y'all. I was crying like a big baby, like, oh my God, just grateful for what I have. And I don't take it for granted at all. And so this is why I talk the way I talk. And people, you know, I think with my age, there is a bit of wisdom, you know what I mean? Because when you're young, you don't fully see the picture. The older you get and you get to experience it and you see it for what it is, and you know, I wasn't always as appreciative because I think like any young person, you know, I was married young, you don't get it, and you get to live it and learn it and experience it and just be even more grateful and thankful while you're still here. You don't have to wait till somebody dead and gone to be appreciative of them and think that, you know, you get it. And I'm really, really grateful for that. I really am. And this is why I try to, you know, preach or teach the things that I've learned. Because people don't know the things that you've gone through. People don't know your life, and they just they think, you know, a lot of people thought that I was younger. A lot of people thought I was some people say they thought I was in my 20s. Some people thought the majority of people thought I was in my 30s. They didn't even know that I was married. They didn't even know how many kids I had. They don't even know my life story, even though I try to give bits and pieces of it here to help somebody. They didn't know. And so when they now, hopefully this will really make people understand where my perspectives come from, because I've been here a little bit, half 100. And I've experienced a really good relationship with ups and downs. I'm never saying, oh, my marriage is perfect. No, we went through some things. And when I say went through some things, it doesn't include infidelity, but it includes a lot of, mental stress and ups and downs and disagreements and back and forth, because that's what a relationship is. And I'm grateful that we're still here to talk about it and to send a message to others that, hey, a relationship is about ebbs and flows, ups and downs, the good, the bad. You signed up for that. You signed up to be able to live life and go through life with a person. It's not always going to be peaches and cream. You're going to have rainy days. Storms will come, right? But can you stand the rain? That's what that's all about. Can you weather the storm? Can you be there and really still love on the person even when it don't look pretty? And then come out on the other side where there's a rainbow and now it's great and you can reflect on those things and learn and grow from them. That's what it's all about. And I realize a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people don't want to go through anything. You want everything to be good 24/7, and that's just unrealistic. That's unrealistic. And I think that if you don't want to do life with somebody for real, just stay single and enjoy your life the way you want it. That way, like I said, a lot of these women, they are the men that they're looking for. And even they are flawed. Even though they have issues with themselves, they have to have therapists and all this to cope and deal with life themselves. So why would you think that a man should be perfect when you know you're not? That's all I'm saying. And so, yeah, it's just interesting. Thank you, 87 Stephen X. Once again, I appreciate you. Yeah, it's just interesting. What's going on, Artifacts? How are you? Jamil 843 says, happy B-Day, Miss Dee. Here's to many more years of calling out these delusional women. LOL. Oh my God. Thank you, Jamil. I appreciate you for being here and for the super chat. And thank you so much. I don't know how to say this. Davuz something. Thank you, Dave something. Says happy birthday. Didn't think you were in your late 40s when I started watching you last year. I would have thought you just turned 40. Wow. Thank you. That's what a lot of people say that. But thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Ms. Dee, you look excellent for your age. To us, you do look 20. Sometimes you feel older, but look opposite. You take care of yourself. I have seen some 50s of the Slots Club. Happy 50. That's crazy. Thank you once again for the super chat. I appreciate you. Liddell in the building. Thank you so much for the super chat, Liddell. Jefferson 3250 says, for these Geminis, you must be 55 for seniors discounts. Oh, you gotta be. Oh, somebody did say 5 more years. Oh, okay, 55 for the senior discount. Oh, I gotcha. Well, I'm gonna be looking forward to that, child. Thank you, Liddell. I appreciate you so much for the support and for being here. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. So I hate to miss super. Travis, thank you for the super chat. Says happy B-Day. Mine's today too. I'm 34. Happy birthday. Thank you. We share the same birthday. And I appreciate it. I love when people share the same birthday as me. I think Lauryn Hill's birthday is today as well. They say she's a bitch. They say Lauryn Hill's a bitch, but I love her music, but it's her birthday as well. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate you. Shing Lee 248, thank you for the super chat. Says happy birthday, Dee. Black Don't Crack. I've been following you, Pink Book and Crimson for years. Thank you for sticking up for the brothers. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And you're welcome. Thank you for the support. All right, y'all. So enough of the Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox
once again want a man to take her shopping, who understands who and what she is, and, she need a man.
So shout out to Vivica Fox, who will be 62 this July. And hopefully she can get what she wants. Maybe she can adopt some kids, or I don't know, because at this point she would be considered a grandmother. That's to me, that ship has sailed. It don't even make no sense doing that. Enjoy your life, Miss Vivica. Keep doing those movies on Lifetime and stuff. And, you could go to the gym a little bit. She probably look a whole, you go, your your face was go down and you'll look a lot better. And maybe you can get some old man who want to live life with you. But if you trying to get a man to just completely take care of you and do all that stuff like you still 20, that ain't happening. I'm just saying. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Pear character sliding on the floor on his knees saying go. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Y'all be coming at me. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? What in the world? But thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Lord have mercy. Yeah, hopefully she can get what she's looking for. I want everybody to get what they're looking for. I'm not a hater. I'm really not. I'm just not delusional. And I try to keep it as real as I possibly can, as possibly as I can, because it don't make no sense. I'm too old. Now I can say that for real. Now I can really say, baby, I'm too old. And you know how they say the older you get, now, I'm just going to really call it like I see it. I can't hold my tongue back. Like I could just be, I get seniority, right? Is that what they say? The older you get, so I get a pass. I can say what I really think. I've been saying what I really think, but what I'm saying is, I don't have to be apologetic about it, hell. And the older you get, you can just let it rip. I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm not delusional. That's the thing. And I think even if I was single at this age, I would not be delusional. I would put myself in that category. If I was delusional, I probably wouldn't recognize it. But no, I'm not delusional, child. I'm realistic at what I see and what things are, even when it comes to myself. So I'll judge myself too. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you catch me saying something that you think is wrong, I can accept that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can apologize too. You know what I mean? Because I think that's very important. Because people who don't want to apologize, they don't think they're ever wrong. No, I think I've been wrong in situations, and I had to learn to do that now. I ain't saying I was always this way. When I was younger, come on, think about a 20-year-old. A 20-year-old raised by a single mother. Hell, I didn't have it. I learned it real quick though, because I wanted to. That's the thing. So you got to be open and receptive to stuff. You can't just be delusional and selfish, because that's how you end up in a position that a lot of these women find themselves in. JSU Tiger 07, thank you for the super chat, says, little fun fact, DeeDee, you share the same birthday as legendary sportscaster Brent Musburger. I don't know who that is, but we share the same birthday. Shout out to him. Shout out to everybody who's born on May 26th. Shout out to you. Thank you, JSU Tiger 07 for the super chat, for the support. I appreciate you. All right, we're going to move on, you guys. I want to pull up this next clip. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button. We got 330 people watching, 243 likes, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, you guys. I want to move on to Amanda Seales, right? So Amanda Seales is in the news because she is defending Cheyenne Bryant, and people had something to say about it. People were like, what's going on with you, Amanda? Aren't you all about supporting what's right? Aren't you all about people being honest and transparent about what it is that they have and their achievements and all this? But for some reason, you're giving Cheyenne Bryant a pass. Like you trying to wrap your brain around what's the problem when there are so many problems. And of all people, you would think that, Amanda Seales wouldn't be in agreement with this lady lying about a doctorate. But she's defending her. So, you know what I mean? I skipped super chat. Oh my God, my bad. Let me see. Divine Photo says, you skipped my super chat. Okay. Where is it? I don't know why that be happening. And that's the very thing I hate to do. Let me go back, Divine Photos. And shout out to you. Let's see. I skipped your super chat. Oh, there we go. Divine Photos. My bad. Says, happy 50th birthday, DeeDee. Blessings and many more. Whenever you get a chance, you need to go over Kendra G, a woman admitted online she scams older men. I have one that I'm gonna go over today. I think that might be the one you're talking about, Divine Photos. I don't know if that's the one, but I do have one where this woman is dating older men. So maybe that's the one you talk. Let me know if it's the one, but I have it in queue for this live stream. So hopefully that's the one you're talking about. But thank you, Divine Photos. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you for supporting the channel. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Okay. Let's get into this Amanda Seales video, you guys. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, y'all.
Why are you all so obsessed about Cheyenne Bryant? I'm beginning to think that this is a bot thing. Why are you so obsessed about this? Like, okay, she lied. I could see if she lied and like harmed people, but she was on my podcast and she was brilliant. I think it's up that she lied. You know, and then that's that. The need to, if y'all went this hard against like Kamala Harris for supporting a genocide, then like, what would, that would matter to me. There's no match. I don't need to have some type of debate with Cheyenne Bryant. At the end of the day, for some reason, she felt like she needed to lie about credentials. I don't know why. I think part of the reason is because we live in a world where we act like credentials is what determines somebody's effectiveness across the board. And in some respects, it is absolutely necessary. And in her respect, it actually wasn't necessary for her to do the work that she does. That being said, I just don't care. I don't care. She was on my podcast and she was incredible. I don't care.
Well, you don't care because she was on your podcast and she was great. So you don't care about people being transparent and being truthful about what it is that they've obtained. I think this is very interesting because this lady here, she has degrees and she makes no bones about her credentials and the things that she's accomplished in her life. And she's very, adamant about letting people know that I have degrees in this and I'm smart and she has no qualms about putting that out there. And I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have any problem showing her degrees and telling what school she graduated from and all that because she's proud of that. But you mean to tell me as a woman who prides herself on, things that are ethical and moral and speaking out on things that are injustices when it comes to people in the Black community, you mean to tell me you won't hold this woman to the fire, her feet to the fire for lying about her degrees and lying about the fact that she's a doctor allegedly, and treating people without the credentials to do it? You think that is okay and morally sound? This is why people don't like these folks. This is why these people are rising up against these types of folks because y'all are not who y'all say y'all are. You don't have the moral fortitude to be in the positions that you're in, and you're cherry picking who you want to hold to the fire. If somebody else, if it's a man that was lying about his credentials, y'all would be blasting him all over social media. You would see her, who is another one who's hit the wall, in my opinion, who's sitting here, can't keep a man to save her life too. She can't keep a man to save her life either. And she's sitting around here. But if I guarantee you, if it was a man who did this, oh my God, they were like, oh my God, this is horrible. But because it's somebody that you thought was good on your podcast, you refuse to hold her accountable to say, hold up, this is unethical. This is not true. And you're hurting the Black community because these are the people who will most likely patronize your business. So no, sis, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to have the credentials to be able to call yourself a doctor, not just trademark it. You need to be able to operate in that space with the right credentials. Or you're considered a fraud. But you won't call it. That's the kind of stuff. This is the sisterhood. You cherry pick who they want to support and who they don't want to support. And it's not about, because I could support you. It's like having a good friend. I could support you in your endeavors, but I'm still going to call you to the carpet. I'm still going to tell you when I think something that you're doing is wrong or right. I'm going to let you know, now, sis, you shouldn't be out here doing this. You shouldn't be out here pretending to be a doctor when you know you don't have these degrees, sis. Now, you're wrong for that. And you're grifting. And you're that's fraudulent behavior. I will tell you. But it doesn't mean I can't support you in other things or that I don't care for you. I think people get it twisted. If you don't like what somebody is saying, even though you know it's the truth, now, and depending on who it is, you want to, you know what I mean? It's you cherry pick who you want to support and who you don't. So that does not speak to your moral character or if the lack thereof. Like, do you have that? But you hear these women are very adamant about certain things when it comes to the black community, like, in my opinion, like Amanda Seales. But here's a black woman who's allegedly scamming your very community that you hold so dear, and you don't have a problem with that? You don't see how that is unethical, immoral behavior? Yeah, see, that's why you can't take them seriously. Seriously. Original Man says, today is my birthday. Happy birthday to you as well. We share a birthday with Pam Greer, Philip Michael Thomas. Oh, love him. From Miami. I love him. And Lenny Kravitz. Shout out to Lenny Kravitz. Shout out to Philip Michael Thomas. And shout out to you, Original Man. Happy birthday. I'm glad you posted that. Thank you for sharing. Dane C, I realize I forgot your super chat too, says, at 50, all the benefits comes from joining AARP. Okay, yeah. I got to check that out because I think they were sending me something in the mail when I was 48, I think. I need to get into that AARP, baby. I get all the discounts out there. Okay. Are we considered senior citizens? Oh my God. Am I a senior citizen at 50, child? I thought AARP. I thought you're senior citizen when you're 60. I don't care, damn it. Give me the discounts. I'll take it. Thank you, Daisy. I appreciate you. Thank you, Gregory Womack. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Travis, happy birthday. Say mine's today too. I'm 34 today. Happy birthday, Travis. Once again, I think I read those. We'll be 32 on Friday. I'll be using my Cougars AARP to get discount. There he goes. Oh my God. Now you got a Cougar. And she got AARP. What discounts on? I need the discounts, baby. Thank you, Jamil. Once again. He got a Cougar. Now you got a Cougar. A Cougar. Lord have mercy. Okay. I think that's all of them. Light-skinned scammers. Oh, light-skinned scammers sticking together. Child. Oh my God. Yeah, this lady here is batshit crazy. I'm just saying. I used to like Amanda Seales, but I realized something ain't right with that lady. Thank you, Jamil. Once again, I appreciate you. Mr. Marcus, thank you for the super chat. Says, you 50? Beautiful, pretty, cute, and gorgeous. God bless you. Happy B-Day. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mr. Marcus. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, Amanda Seales is batshit crazy, y'all. Batshit crazy. She is. And look at her. Her hair is saying she's batshit crazy. I'm just saying. Because she have a struggle with men as well. And she's hit the wall too, to be honest. No husband, no children. She's hit the wall too. Straight up. Let's continue.
I think it sucks, and I think it was not smart, and I think that at the end of the day, there are people who work really hard to get doctorates. There are also people who call themselves doctor when they get an honorary doctorate, and I don't think that's much different. I don't think it's much different.
Yeah, but I mean, ma'am, if you're trying to operate as a doctor and dealing with people, clients, that makes a difference. If you just want to call yourself a doctor just for shit's sakes. You want to say I'm a doctor and you trademark and you just want to call yourself, but you're not really acting as a doctor. What's the point of calling yourself a doctor? Because you want that's still delusional and fraudulent behavior. You want people to believe that you're more accredited or have some skills behind your name. That's the whole point of becoming these things, because it says you are highly trained and highly qualified to talk about the position that you're in and also to operate in the position that you're in. That's what that means. That's why that's so important and why that should be held to a higher standard. If I could call myself Dr. DeeDee and say I'm a specialist in relationships, then hell, people would probably pay more attention, right? Because they think that title holds weight. It means that, you're skilled, that you're highly qualified to talk about the things that you're saying because you've been through the process in order to be able to do that. That's what that means. This is why they like to use that, because it gives them some type of a credibility. It makes people look at them to say, hey, that is a credible person. They've put in the work and the time and the hours to be able to give me this advice and I could trust what they're saying. But if it comes to the light that you are not really that, then people are going to question your credibility. So it does matter. What the hell? Why? Child, it's Eric TV. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. Says happy 50th. Y'all, 76 don't age. My older brothers look younger than me. And I'm 37. Wow. That's a blessing though. Once again, it's always a blessing to age gracefully, you know, and that's the goal, y'all. That is the goal. Thank you once again, Eric TV, for being a member, and thank you so much for being here. Yeah, this is crazy, you know, but I'm not shocked because all these batshit chicks stick together and they all just, you know, whatever. They're gonna just stick together no matter what. They're gonna all go down the same way.
Maya Angelou was walking around calling herself Dr. Maya Angelou. She didn't complete a doctorate. Some university gave her a doctorate. Which university was it? Was it Spelman? I think it was Spelman. So I just don't. Yeah, Maya Angelou had an honorary doctorate. She didn't complete a doctoral. She didn't do doctoral study. It's like faux rage to be like all up in arms about this one person. So
was Maya Angelou saying that she did clinical, you know, psychology, and she had patients and clients? Did she operate in that capacity? I don't know. I've never heard it. But has she ever talked about having people that she diagnosed with this and she was claiming to be a relationship expert and all of these things? Was she? I never heard Maya Angelou call herself a doctor. I don't know much about her, to be honest with you. I don't remember her saying that she had clients that she had people she diagnosed and gave all this information to. I didn't see. So that's what I'm saying. If you just want to call yourself a doctor just for the sake of it, you can, but you shouldn't be going around talking about you've been trained in all of this for 17 years and it's a whole lie. That lady is on record saying that she's been practicing as some type of therapist for 17 years. And now they say that that's not truth, and you don't see a problem with that, Ms. Seals? My goodness. Grits and Bacon 05 says Amanda is a prime example of the sisterhood defending the delusion. Exactly. Oh my God. That's why I will never align myself with the sisterhood, because it's full of shit. Thank you, Grits and Bacon. I appreciate you. Thank you, Darvell, for the birthday wishes. Yeah, it's just crazy. Thank you once again, Grits and Bacon. Right, Night Call. Comparing her to Maya Angelou is a new level of diabolical. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Yeah, because there's no comparison. That's right. But this, once again, they want to be delusional when they want to be delusional. If anybody else had lied about this, the same thing, especially a man, because these are he-man woman haters, or he-man man haters. These women hate men. They do, because they didn't get the man that they wanted. They didn't get the man to acquiesce to them and love them in spite of, and be there for them at their worst, and waiting to accept them at their best, or whatever. They mad. They got internal hatred for men. They really don't like men. They really don't. And it shows. Our Pain, what's going on? Shout out to you. Says, hey, Dee, it's my birthday along with my youngest daughter. Rock on. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to you and your daughter. Shout out to her. Tell her I say happy birthday, and happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy your birthday and eat a piece of cake, child. Oh, my God. Thank you. I appreciate you, Our Pain. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to you once again. And happy birthday to you once again. Ezell Kenny says, I Googled senior citizen. It says 65 or older. Okay. Oh, my God. Gotcha. So I'm not there yet. Thank you. Thank you, Ezell Kenny. I appreciate you. He went and looked it up. Right, because that's when, don't you supposed to retire at 65? What's going on, Avenge the Ancestors? How are you? He went and looked it up. Oh, my God. 225 Al. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh Lord, Maya Angelou was an educator and poet, right? That's what her honorary doctorate was for. So if she's an honorary poet and they gave her a doctorate for her work, that makes sense. This lady talking about she has a doctorate and ain't do a goddamn thing. She didn't go to school. She don't operate in that. She's out here telling people some stuff that I could certainly tell folks. And I don't even agree with what she be saying. It's like, I don't sound like she really know what she's talking about. And she run around here talking about she got a doctorate in therapist and all this. And it's just not true. If it was true, okay, but it's not true. So how do you uphold something that's just not true? Let's continue.
Someone here said, this one person is influencing vulnerable Black people and therefore they are causing harm. It's funny how you can hand wave that away so callously. How is she causing harm? How is she causing harm? Is she giving bad advice? Is she invoking folks to harm themselves?
You don't have to invoke somebody to harm themselves, but you're harming them with working under the pretenses that you're something that you're not. She doesn't have a doctorate, allegedly. She doesn't have these degrees, allegedly. And she's operated in a space that requires that. So how is she qualified to give these people sound advice? How do you know what advice she's giving them? You wouldn't know because these clients and these sessions supposed to be private. So when you have women who have been in her sessions and said that she did not give them information that was helpful to them, it would make sense that you pay attention to that. And also looking at the fact that she's allegedly not qualified to do that, what says you shouldn't just go with it because you thought she was a good person on your show. She could have been a good entertainment on your show because that benefits you. But outside of that, when you have people who are saying this woman did not help them, that would speak to her not being qualified to do that. That because she don't have the actual tools to do that, allegedly. So it is harmful to the community. What the hell?
How is she causing harm?
Girl, if you have to ask that question.
She is falsely using a title to give people, to endear people to trust her more.
So having a doctorate as a psychologist and therapist is now it's minimized to using that to endear people more? Or isn't that to give sound, critical information to people based on their traumas and the things that they're going through? So you don't think that a person has to be qualified in order to give that type of advice. She's not just endearing people with, this not supposed to be just your own personal opinions. No, you're supposed to have a certain level of qualifications to help you to analyze people's situations a little bit better or a lot better than just the average person who are not trained to do that. That's why you have to go to school for that. You can't just sit around. I could call myself a doctor if I wanted to give you sound advice, because I do think that I give sound advice when it comes to relationships and based off of my experiences. Hell, I could go get a doctor and go say I got a doctorate and say I'm a doctorate in giving advice. No, there's a reason you get those titles and you have to go and work hard for it so that you can know what you're doing on a mental level or a psychological level. It's just not advice. You think people go get these doctorates in therapy and all this stuff and to become psychologists and all this to just give sound advice? What the hell? What's going on, Avenge the Ancestors? Thank you for the super chat. Queen DeeDee, when do you go live? Because I don't be getting notifications. Typically, if I'm going to go live, it's typically on a Tuesday and Fridays. Tuesdays and Fridays. I ain't gonna say what time, usually anywhere from 1 to 4. Tuesdays and Fridays. Sometimes I'll sneak in a live on other days, but normally the days that I go live are Tuesdays and Fridays. Try to click that bell again, click it off and then click it on again so you'll get the notifications. But thank you, Avenge the Ancestors. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is insane, y'all. This is insane.
That's whack. Causing harm? I don't know, player. I think your version of harm is really loose compared to how much harm is being caused to Black people in real life.
That's not real.
Listen to who you want to, don't listen. Okay? Like I said, Cheyenne Bryant was on my podcast And she was excellent.
Girl, we don't give a damn that she was on your. Keep saying that like that.
She helped a lot of people that day. I still even before this happened, people would hit me and say, I really loved that episode. I learned a lot from that episode. I don't know why she felt she needed to lie.
We know why. How you don't know?
I don't. And I think that that's something she should talk to a therapist about, because I'm sure that there's actually something very legit at the root of that. But ultimately,
yeah, there's something legit. Yeah, to try to finesse the people, to try to make money off the people under the pretenses of being an alleged doctor. That's why. Come on now, yeah, they be playing dumb when they want to. They be playing dumb when they want to, and we know what it is. We know what it is. You know, you can't make it up. It's like, come on now, y'all play dumb when y'all want to. She, you know, how you don't understand? You got all these degrees. You should understand what's going on. But you don't want to throw her under the bus because you don't want to miss out on her coming on your show or whatever you got, supporting what you got. Y'all would support people and ignore what they're doing because you want their support. No, you know good and goddamn well what that lady is doing is not right. Period. I don't care who it is. She just happens to be the one at the moment. They got a lot of other scammers out here too who are black women scammers who claim to support the black community and out here trying to scam these black women every chance they get. Y'all out here for the finesse. Y'all want fame. Y'all want money. Y'all want the attention. That's why. That's the motivating factor behind it. Let's be honest. Shit, like, come on. But they play dumb for certain things. Once again, if it was a man out here that y'all busted as a scammer, you'd be telling it all over social media and calling him all kind of scammers and all kind of names and everything else, disparaging his character left and right. So, you know, it's just stupid, but we all understand what's going on with these women. These are the new up and coming, hitting the wall, big cat women who are out here with that big cat cougar energy without a man, no family, no nothing, just miserable, sitting back, probably becoming cat ladies, miserable, and they just take their miserable, insufferable attitudes out on everybody else. You know, and just talk and move and act like old cat ladies who are just miserable. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying old like I call myself old, but I'm not miserable. That's clear. But I'm saying you could see the look on all these people's faces. They look insufferable. They look like they're just mad at the goddamn world a lot of times. You know, because you're not getting what you want, and you just got a little aura of angriness to you. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And to be so educated and so smart and have all these accomplishments, why a lot of them seem bitter and mad and just lost and confused and just insufferable. That's all. Insufferable is the word of the day. Insufferable, honey. It's just, you know, and once again, I used to like Amanda Seales. I was rooting for her. When she was on that show, The Real, I loved that she spoke out and said the things that she said. But then the more I started watching her, every time she come on social media, she crying and she mad. She talking to people crazy. They have bad attitudes. And it's like, oh, everybody's the problem except for you. These are spoiled brats, in my opinion, who think that everybody owes them something and they don't do anything wrong. It's not a good look. It's really not. Is it Rock City NY57? Thank you for the super chat. It says, Dee, if this was a black man doing exactly what Cheyenne Bryan has been doing for the past 2 years, would Amanda Seales be doing all this scrambling and scraping talk? No, she wouldn't. No, she would not. They would nail him to the goddamn cross. Oh my God. They would nail him to the cross. They'd be like, this is unacceptable. Oh my God, you've been lying and scheming. How are you supposed to? Then it makes logical sense when it's applied to a man. But if it's somebody that you like, it don't make no logical. Oh, well, why y'all so angry? We're not angry. People just holding that lady accountable. Come on now. But if a man had lied and that, you know, and did the same thing, they would be nailing him to the cross. You hear me? I have no doubts about it. She would not be saying the same thing. She'll be like, oh my God, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And then she'll be loud about it. So yeah, you're right. I hope I'm saying that right. Rock City, NY57. Yeah, they you don't let a man get away with anything, but because she was on your show and people enjoyed it and you probably benefited. Oh, she was so great. She could have been great on the show, but still be wrong about this. What you can't fathom a reason why she would lie about that. Come on now. Thank you, Rock City. I appreciate you. Child, they crazy as hell. If that man was rainbow, they would. Well, we talk about straight men, because you're right about that. If he was a rainbow man, yeah, for sure. We know that because they treat them like the women. But we talking about a man they don't like, heterosexual men. Oh my God, nail them to the cross, child. Would nail them to the cross. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. 347.40. Okay, good. Thank y'all. We got the likes up finally. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let's move on. I want to play another clip for y'all that I want to share, y'all. We're not going to keep this live too long, but I want to play this next clip where this woman is talking about 5 facts that women hate. Now, this video kind of went viral, and I want to play it because it was hilarious, but also made a lot of good sense. And I want to share it with y'all. So make sure you are hitting the like button. Make sure you're leaving your thoughts in the comments, you guys. Make sure you are supporting via Super Chat or Cash App. And if you're in the building and you like the channel and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. All right? So let's go ahead and get into this one, y'all. Here we go.
You can never compete or compare to a man.
Hold on.
You can never compete or compare to a man. Facts over feelings, bitch. Today we're going over 5 facts women hate. I'm a woman, so I don't like these facts either. But just because I don't like the facts, don't make them not facts. Let's get started, bitch. Fact number 1. The older you get, the less men want you. So old bitches get no love. All right? The older you get, the less men are going to want you in the dating market. Number 2, when you are dating, your degrees and accolades
don't matter, baby.
Mean nothing. Niggas don't give a fuck about your accolades, how many degrees you have. In fact, the only people that give a fuck about your accolades and your degrees are other bitches that are in competition with you and men that want to hire you for a job. And number 3, this is a really good one. You don't intimidate men. Men don't give a fuck how successful you are. It doesn't intimidate them. You can never compete or compare to a man.
Right.
Number 4 is really going to hurt a lot of you bitches' feelings, but I don't give a fuck because I'm here to give you facts.
Right.
So, number 4,
facts.
Your kids are liabilities.
They are.
Your kids are liabilities to any man that they don't belong to. Asset to you, liability to them.
Straight up.
Number 5, men hate extra shit. And when I say extra shit, niggas hate long nails, big ass eyelashes, makeup. The things that you take extra time to do, they hate that shit. So I want to give you bitches a bonus, okay? This is a really, really good one. Lacking accountability will keep you single, bitch. Let me know if I left any facts off in the comments. I hope this helps.
Listen, she hit some of the major ones. Thank you, Alexander. I appreciate you. She hit most of them. And and I'm so glad that there are more women who are speaking out on these types of issues because it's becoming a big problem. You know what I mean? It's very clear and obvious what's happening, but the only ones who don't see it are the ones who are in that delusional realm, who think that way. You know, there are still delusional women who think a man should be lucky to take on me and my 3 kids. Are you batshit crazy?
Oh my God!
Ain't no man. What's lucky about a man having to come in and take care of you and your 3 kids by 3 different men that you say the father's one is dead, one in jail, and the other one don't give a damn? Like, why do y'all think that men should be okay with that? Why you think that should be acceptable? Why do you think that they should level up to the playing field when they don't have to? What man in his right mind would on purpose go and want to spend more for children that aren't his and do the most for this woman? And y'all want him to do the most. You want him to pay all the bills. You want him to assume all the responsibilities. You want him to give you a soft girl life. You want him to deal with your bullshit. You want him to take on your masculine energy and attitude, and you want him to change you, basically. He got to be your goddamn therapist. He got to be your psychologist. He got to make you better. He got to deal with you and handle you. Y'all are tripping. Y'all want these men to come in and be super goddamn heroes or superhero sim.
Oh my God.
And y'all don't expect them other races of men to do that. If you met a white man who will be willing to take you on to your 3 kids, he ain't gonna deal with that. You gonna have to go get a job. He gonna be like, there's no way you're gonna have to work. Go work. I can't take care of you and your 3 kids. You got to go get a job. And y'all would be willing to do it for him because he the prize. So you're going to go get a job. You're going to work your ass. You're going to work hard. He going to work part-time at the Home Depot. And you're going to work 2 full-time jobs. And you're going to make sure these bills are paid. And he going to sit back and be like, oh, this is what you got. He going to hold your feet to the fire. You're going to be happy to be with him. You're going to change him up. They happy to make him better. Y'all happy to work with them. Y'all turn that white boy into a damn... have him dressing like a black king. Y'all have him dressed up. Y'all have a matching. You pay for them clothes. He don't know how to go buy that stuff. He was wearing a white t-shirt and some dirty jeans. You took him out of the gutter and said, I'm going to hook up this white king and I'm going to make him... Y'all ever heard of the black woman effect? Where they take the black man and take him out of his obscurity and make him into what they want him to be? You paying for that. You know she paying for that. They paying for that with the white boys. Y'all turn him up. Y'all now his hair is cut. His hair slicked back. He learned about jail. You got him on matching outfits. Y'all, you got him dressing with swag, teaching him how to be swag. You turning him into what you want him, and you paying all the bills.
Oh my God.
You buying them clothes. You doing all of that. But because you with him, you think that raises you up and make you better. No, because it just make you even tighter. He got you working 2 jobs. You happy to do it too. He ain't giving you no soft girl, black girl life. He ain't got you in that house sitting down like what y'all thought it was. You not sitting back in that house just living a soft girl life at home with the kids. No, you working. And he working too, but you working more than him. Come on now. We've seen it happen. We see it happening. But the black man got to be the super ninja and do all this stuff that you don't expect anybody else to do. Like, come on, y'all. People ain't stupid. We see this bullshit. And this is why these men shouldn't deal with these types of women, because you don't have to you can do bad or you can do good by yourself. How about that?
Oh my God.
You don't got to do bad as a man. You can do better by yourself. Because you can take care of yourself. You can provide a nice roof over your head. You can eat. You can feed yourself. You can take care of yourself. You can do things for yourself. You don't have to go in and take on all of these liabilities just to show a woman, oh, I could do it. I'm a real man. No, you're a man. Men are real men. They're men. And they know how to take care of themselves. You don't need to prove that to nobody. And you definitely don't need to prove it to a 3-time baby mama who expecting the most out of you and don't want to do nothing. Come on now. They think these men are dumb. You know, those dumb days are over. And if you are a man sitting out dealing with this, well, you know, shout out to you. If you want to do that, do it. I ain't gonna say nothing negative about you, but I just know I won't want my sons to do it. And I don't think that's something that you have to do. Captain K Man, thank you for the soup chat. Says happy birthday. What's your cash app? At DeeDeesReactions. $@ at DeeDeesReactions, Captain Caveman. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, bro. House of Hypocrites, 50. 50 what? Cents? Thank you, House of Hypocrites. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat and thank you so much for being here. Yes, sir, child. Yes, sir. A lot of moisturizer and a lot of sleep.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir. That is my age. Born in 1976. Yep, I'm here. Thank you, House of Hypocrites. And shout out to you and shout out to all the work that you do. I really appreciate and love your content. I just want you to know that. Shout out to you. And House of Hypocrites is funny because you came on my panel and I was like, I don't even think I recognized who you were at the moment. I think I did, but I'm not sure. But shout out to you. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, Manversations 2020. I appreciate you. Mine was, and happy belated birthday to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. What I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, a lot of these women are delusional, you know, and men are hip to this. Men aren't stupid. These men realize what's going on. You got to be out You got to be batshit crazy to settle for something like that. But once again, I will say, look, to each his own. Because at the end of the day, I don't have to live your life. Your life is your life. Mine is mine. If you're happy with it, if you like it, I love it. I love it. If you happy in a situation like that and it's working for you, then shout out to you. That's how I feel about it. I'm not one of those I'm gonna tell you what I think though. I'm gonna give you my opinion. But if you find something that works for you and it work, and you happy with it and you really happy, love. I love it. You love it. I like it. You love it. We all love it. You know. That's what it is. Hope you enjoy your birthday and I be tuned in. You've been doing your thing as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Once again, House of Hypocrites in the building. What's wrong with being alone? Nothing. I don't think there's nothing wrong with being alone, but there are a lot of people who claiming that they're happy being alone and they're still complaining. If you're happy, listen, when you're happy doing something, you don't complain about it. Right? And that's your business if you want to complain. But because we in the business of giving our thoughts and reactions to stuff, that's where this comes in. But truthfully, if that's what you happy with, be happy with it. The people who are happy, you don't see them on social media complaining about it. Right? The majority of happy couples who are in happy relationships don't complain about them. They live in their lives. So to me, one of the big red flags of a person who's not truly genuinely happy with their life is when they're on here complaining about it. You don't bring your personal everyday life, your personal life to social media. You don't get on social media and complain about your husband, complain about your wife, complain about your kids. That's stuff that should be private. You know what I mean? Whether you're happy or not, that's something that's supposed to be dear to your heart. You don't talk about everything that's going on with your kids and all that. That's private information. You don't bring that to social media. So when people bring it to social media, it's because they want attention for one, and you're not truly happy with what's going on. And it's not everybody else's business. But if you bring it to social media, you make it other people's business. And that's where we come in at, giving our thoughts and opinions on stuff that is made public. But things that are, people who are happy and enjoying life, they don't always post all that on social media. Now, people may post a few things here and there, but you don't post if you're happy. You know what I'm saying? You don't be on social media certainly complaining about it. That's crazy. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents once again. But I want to get to this last video, you guys. Y'all know I got to throw a Kendra G in there. And Divine Photos, if you're still in here, let me know if this is the one that you're talking about, because I got it. I'm thinking this might be the one, but let's go ahead and get into it, child. Because, these people on Kendra, it just proves the delusional aspect that we talk about on a daily basis. But let's go ahead and get into it. Hit the like button, y'all.
Girl. Listen, I on StreamYard, you can't see the comments, right? I wasn't able to see the comments. So I've been reading them for like 2 days. And I had to come back and set some things straight, because these people they done said I done pulled the plug on a man, and I ain't pulled the plug on nobody. Did not. I did not do that.
Okay, my saying is it Maisha?
It's Misha.
Misha, okay.
I know you're
okay, I want to make sure I said it right. So Misha was on the show literally, what was Misha on the show? 2 days ago. You was on the show 2 days ago. And I told you I'd make you a highlight. And baby, like on every platform, honey, what kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for somebody that don't take too long, because I have a short attention span. Like, know what you want, get in there, and let's go. My deal breaker is raggedy cars, boring, like no money. Like I don't like, the struggle. I work hard, so I ain't trying to be a part of nobody's struggles. I just respectfully, that's all.
What's an example of a raggedy car?
A Nissan Altima, like the old ones. I don't want, don't come up here with your baby mama car. Or if we can't go out to eat, if we can't valet the car, we're not going. We'll just take my
Could he have kids already?
Ooh.
Can y'all hear me? Oh, my audio, the sound was off. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Does it sound good, y'all? Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? One in the chat if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, y'all could. Okay. My bad. So what I was saying is, this woman is what you would call a gold digger. You know, this is what you would call a gold digger. She's looking for a man to fund her lifestyle. She don't want a real relationship. Because what I was saying is, I don't care what you drive. I don't care if you drive a Nissan, an Altima. I don't care, as long as the car is clean, long as the car can get you from A to Z, as long as it's a working vehicle. It doesn't have to be an expensive car, in my opinion. See, that's where I'm different, because look, at the end of the day, look, we can work together, we can build, and we can save more. We can really get somewhere. And we can put our money where it really matters. A lot of these women are superficial, and a lot of these women depend on men for their livelihood and their resources. So of course you're going to want the most out of the man, because you don't have to provide it for yourself. And whatever you're providing for yourself, you want him to maintain it. So this is not a relationship. This is a trick and hoe situationship, where you may be giving a little bit of your body to get the money out of the man. That's what that is. That's not a real relationship. That's tricking. You're tricking to the highest bidder. That's what that is. And so yeah, so that don't count. That ain't real to me. That's just a trick and hold situation. And if that's what you want to be in, that's your business. Captain Caveman, thank you for the super chat. Says Cash App DeeDee so she don't have to share with YouTube. Oh my God, thank you, Captain Caveman, for that. I appreciate that. That definitely helps, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you for that. Yeah, if you want to send a birthday cat or whatever Cash App, you can do that, because that definitely helps. Whereas it's no sharing with that. I appreciate that, Captain Caveman. And it's in the description, y'all. It's $ DeeDeesReactions, you guys. If you want to do that, I appreciate y'all for that. Thank you, Captain Caveman. Once again. Let me see. Manversations 2020 podcast. Thank you for the super chat. Says, I really appreciate you pushing back against these toxic women and representing Black women well. You are necessary out here. Thank you. I appreciate you for that. That really, really means a lot. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Somebody gonna get it, y'all. Somebody gonna get it. Somebody's gonna get it. Captain Caveman again says, got a room for her. Don't need her in my garage. Oh my God. Oh, you got a room for her, but the garage is for the kids, right, Captain Caveman? A mess. Thank you. Once again, I appreciate you. All right. Let me see. Captain Caveman also says, I have gold chips for her. Don't need no relationship, just a understanding a few days a week. Oh my God. Thank you, Dwayne Whitley. I appreciate you. Oh my God. Yeah, I think somebody gonna get it, y'all. Thank you, Captain Caveman. A hot mess once again. I appreciate you though. Let's continue.
The first answer is no. But if you got a bag and you got kids, then I get, kind of balance it out. But if you ain't got no money and you have children, then you got to like sacrifice, and it's a struggle and all this. I'm not gonna stay. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna leave.
What's the age range you would date? You're 36.
For fun, 42 and better. But for serious relationship, like 50, 80, 60, 75, all up in there.
So you want a sugar daddy?
No, I don't want a sugar daddy.
Okay, but a 70-year-old man probably is not going to be putting it down in the bedroom.
They can.
Oh, you can confirm?
I can confirm. They say they decent.
What's the oldest man you ever dated?
78.
Okay, so if you were 31, what was his age?
I can't remember. He done passed away now.
Was you in the will?
There was no will, but there was money. So I'm straight.
Let me tell you something. Not for nothing, the age category of men that you describe would love you.
Well, tell them to come on. I'm ready. I'm ready to go like now. Like hit my DM so we can go. I got a restaurant I want to go to that I like. I got a spa I want to go to. I got some shoes I want to buy. I got a car and I want another car. Yeah, all that.
Wait.
But see Kendra laughing at this, and then the women in them comments was loving her. They were like, oh my God, I like her. And some of the men too. They were like, oh, well, I like her. I like her. Why y'all like her? It's like people are drawn to the whole hotivities. That's the problem in our society. You're drawn to the hotivities. Y'all like hoes. Somehow now she's a decent looking girl, you know what I'm saying? But y'all, they like the whole you like women who operate like this. But then the older they get, when the hotivities run dry, and you don't have it. Look, she's talking about, I need a restaurant. Why you can't take yourself to that restaurant, independent women? Why you can't go to the restaurant yourself? Why you can't get your new car yourself? Why you can't buy these things you want for yourself? Why are you looking to finesse an old man or any man to get these things? You know, and what happens if you don't get that old man? You gonna fall apart? Or you just gonna have to do it yourself and you don't want to do that? You don't want to work that hard? This is whole activity. But there are a lot of women who praise this because they're using a man. They love it. They pray. But if a man used them, oh my God, all hell would break loose. You know, and listen, once again, she can do what she wants, but she on here basically on the Kendra G show looking for a man who's gonna fund her lifestyle. You're trying to be a gold digger. You don't want a man for real relationships, for real, where you gotta work with him. She basically exposing herself and people in the comments talking about, oh, yeah, I like her. Singer 6162, thank you for the super chat, says, I have a 2018 Accord and a new BMW. When I meet a woman, I'm driving an Accord. Happy birthday. Thank you, Singer 6162. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. Listen, I personally think in today's economy, it makes sense to own your vehicles. You know what I mean? Because these notes, the cars, they're charging an arm and a leg for vehicles now. They're you know, vehicles just 2 to 4 years ago were cheaper. Now they're more expensive. And you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, I personally like when people own their vehicles and there's no car notes, where you own your vehicles outright. To me, that's a flex. And I don't care what kind of car it is. A good car is running, it's good. It ain't nasty, it ain't dirty. Boom, you good. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are trying, the superficial stuff is getting old. And a lot of people complaining about their bills. And this is why you have women on here looking for a man to pay all these bills, because they done accumulated all of these bills. And now the money ain't flowing the way it used to. And now they're stuck holding the bag. And now you're looking for somebody to come and pay for it. Thank you, Singer 6162, for the super chat. I appreciate you. You know, but yeah, these people looking for a lifestyle. They're trying to get these men to pay their bills because the bills are too damn high. Perception is reality 6769. Thank you for the super chat. Says, having an old man don't mean nothing. He can be cheap, or he could have a trust with his kids or friends and family in it, not his young tender. Right. And I think that's basically what she just displayed. You know, she's looking for, she's a gold digger. Which she don't want to call herself a gold digger. You're looking for a man to just pay for your lifestyle. That's it. And she's been doing that. Older men who are about to die, and hopefully they can put you in a will, but they never really do. That's for their kids and their family. You just a side piece for fun here and there, and he'll give you some money because it's nothing to him for him to do that, and that's how they get their bills paid. And somebody mentioned predator. That's not looked at as being a predator. But if a man was to do it, oh, he's trying to take advantage of her youth. He's trying to take advantage. Well, a lot of these women are giving their youth up, taking advantage of an older man, because you're youthful to that old man. An 80-year-old, 70-year-old, you're young to him. So yeah, he see a pretty young thing, he gonna give you some money to give him some of your time. So it's the same concept. We talked about this in the previous video. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. D-Bake 7726 says, I respect your channel. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you once again. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Salute. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Girl, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Cousins, y'all get one flaw. Someone said money, ego, delusion.
But my life is real though, so I'm not delusional. I already lived it, so it's not fake. Been there, done that. So can't be delusional if it actually happened. Sorry. But they always be coming for me. They always gonna talk about me. So when you going through the molly with your old man, they always be looking crazy, but I ain't pull out my wallet, so you pay your boyfriend car note this month. Make sure he good, girl. Get it.
Sure. So what did you want to clear up with the comment section so they could be gathered?
First of all,
why are you always trying to gather people? This is reckless. Shout out to Russo Garrett for the super for the Cash App. Tika Owen, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super chat as well. Russell Richardson, shout out to you for the super chat and the birthday wishes. Captain K Man, once again, shout out to you for the Cash App. And Tracy Dixon, shout out to you for the Cash App. I appreciate you guys for that. Thank y'all once again. Rock City NY 57, thank you for the super chat. Says DeeDee, I understand much why the Most High called women to be virgins, because all of this experience with negative men throughout their life jades their spirit and mindset. They need Jesus, literally. Well, thank you, Rock City, and I get your point, but but what happens is they get ran through and then they find Jesus after the fact. Then they so-called thinking, they're Jesus. They want Jesus, and then they want a God-fearing man after they've been ran through and, created this negative experience. Now they want Jesus, and then they want a man to be full of Jesus too, is what they say. But they don't go after the guys who are actually God-fearing because they're not attracted to him. So it's a lot that goes into it, but I definitely agree with what you're saying. Thank you for the super chat. Once again, I appreciate you. Phil Mac 23, thank you for the super chat, says, happy birthday, DeeDee. The fun boy can get it for free, exactly. But the senior citizens has to pay for it. Predator, right. Right. Yeah, because you think she don't want to sleep with them old men. She gonna go sleep with who she want to sleep with because she's not committed to that man. She's just there for give him a little good time and get the money, and then she going with who she really want to be with. And he ain't got to pay nothing. You're absolutely right. That's the real gag in all of this. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
I want to say thank you because your platform worked. Am I glitching or is we good?
No, you're not. You're not. You met somebody already?
I met a few people, but I have to pick the right one. So now I have to practice my discernment. But let me tell you, while they was in the comments talking about that I'm delusional and everything, anywhere from engineers, 150K or better, like I feel like you just dropped the ball in my court and said what you gonna do with it, cause you got the juice. You really do. You really got the juice.
This is what I was saying. Like, it was so interesting, and I'm not sure if you read the comments because I knew from the jump. I was like, y'all saying what you want. I mean, you can say what you want, but just as and I say this, I don't claim to be a relationship expert. I'm a journalist, and as a journalist and hosting a single show, and also I'm a businesswoman. I own a dating app. I know that y'all can say what y'all want to say. I know the algorithm. I know what y'all like because your actions are what proves my point. And I knew that, first of all, you were going older. I knew that.
Lord have mercy. Captain Caveman says, let me find my running sneakers before she finds Jesus. I know that's right, child. Getting while the getting is good. Because when they find Jesus, they become brand new. But they still won't. They still open even though they found Jesus. They still be lying. They still will bust it open for even with Jesus present. I'm just saying. Just saying. So yeah, there's still a chance, Captain Caveman. Trust me. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to WMJ for the Cash App. Says happy birthday, Darius Lewis. Shout out to you for the Cash App as well. I appreciate you. Night Call 411 says, I'm sending this because YouTube won't let me send this as a question. Please look into chat for my question, please. Because YouTube won't let me send this as a question. Please look into chat for my question. You had a question, Night Call? I'm gonna look at it. 87 Stephen X, thank you for the super chat, says these women go to the club Monday through Saturday, then go to church on Sunday, try to get saved, start over on Monday night. Oh my God. Literally seen that happen. 87 Stephen X, literally seen that happen. Literally seen that happen for years. And it's insane. I've seen run to the altar crying. Oh God, I got saved every day. You go, yep, every Sunday you got to get reconnected and recommitted to God because you've been doing God knows what. Is this the question, Night Call? Says she did another video update where she claims dozens of men have been in her DM since this video. Is this the question, Night Call? I hope that's the one. Is that what you were saying? Because, child, I hope that's it. They still want a God-fearing man, right? They think they want a God-fearing man, but they really don't. Thank the indie one. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the super chat. It says happy 50th birthday, DeeDee. Thank you. I appreciate you so much for being here and for supporting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Her forehead is why she can't find anyone.
Oh my God.
Thank you, the indie one. I appreciate you. Y'all crazy. Let's continue.
That age category was gonna look at you and say, she cute, she don't got no kids, she got a nice body, they got the money to spend. So I was like, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but from the data that I have, she's gonna find somebody. I don't make the rules.
And I'm definitely am. Ring by spring. That's what it's really going. It's giving that
Is this your
because they
house?
come
Where
with
you at right
credentials first, and
now?
that's exactly what I'm.
Is this your
Huh?
home? Is this your home?
Yeah,
I
I'm
know it's a
going up to my
building. You're in a
apartment because the
building.
kids.
Okay.
No, this is not downstairs. I gotta go up to my apartment because
Okay,
they
they're
said,
saying my
"Oh,
echo,
your background."
my it's echoing bad.
Hold on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear
I
better?
can hear you good. They're saying I'm echoing bad.
Okay, so the echo is over with, right?
I think so. Okay, so in the 24 hours of you being on my show, you said several quality men.
Hi.
This Night Call says that DeeDeesReactions, as a man, how can we keep taking women serious if more and more women are praising and practicing the 304 ideology? You can't. That's the issue. That is the major issue that is causing a divide within the dating market. Men are skeptical. You can't take them seriously. That's the real problem. Because so many women think this way, and more women are adopting this idea, not really realizing that it's not helping the old ones who've already done it. They're just blindly going into it because they think it's a flex. There are new women every day who are thinking that this is the way to go about relationships, and they're finding out that it's not. But they're thinking something's wrong with the men because this is what they were trained to think. And they're going about it, and they're not, they don't have any other alternative. Well, they don't think that they do. So yeah, this is the problem. This is what the problem is. They think that they can have this hot girl summer forever, and it's never going to have any type of repercussions on their lifestyles or their lives. They really think that the 20s is to have fun and screw whoever you want, raw dog whoever you want, become single mothers. That's cute. All of them feel that this is a prerequisite for life, that you have to become a single mother, that you have to go out and be a hoe. And I don't believe that that's the case. And they think that that's fun. They think it's fun until it hits real. Then when you got a baby that you're struggling to take care of and the fathers aren't there because you didn't choose a father, you chose a fun time. So you chose a man for a fun time. What you thought was fun was just sleeping with him random, and that's empowerment and it's fun. But then when the baby hits and you got to take care of it and all the responsibilities of life hit you, now they're on social media crying, this is hard. I never planned for this. Yeah, because you never planned for the right. Because if you plan for that, you would know that it takes two to raise a child, that you need an actual mother and a father present in the child's life. That's the optimal goal. That is not the best way to go. Just going out here randomly getting pregnant and thinking that the man, just the young guy who's irresponsible, is going to automatically step up and do what he's supposed to do. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing what's easiest and what is fun. And that's what you were taught to do. So seeing many examples of that is not enough for these women to change their mind. It makes them more delusional. We just talked about Lotto, the rapper Lotto. Now she's a single mother with a man who's married, legally married, with children already. What in her right mind made her think that that was the way to go? You're an attractive woman, you're successful, you're everything that the sisterhood says is good. Oh, you making your own money, you're successful, you don't need a man, but you can't get a man to take you seriously to save your goddamn life. You had to go get a baby with a man that already has a wife and children. That was your only option. So this is why I say it's a delusional mindset. There's no getting through to these women with this mindset. They think that, and anybody that pushes back against it, it's a problem. Any woman, even women who are married, who are trying to give them the game or tell them, something that makes sense, they don't want to hear from her. There are examples of women who have husbands and who understand dating and relationships that could give these women a little bit of wisdom and knowledge, but they don't want to hear from it because it's not fun. It's not, what they want it to be. They're looking for the fun of it all. And then when you get the fun of it all, you're left holding the bag because fun means somehow is equal to having sex random and being promiscuous and being empowered to be promiscuous is fun till it gets real. Till you by yourself raising a child and now you want everybody to feel sorry for you. And then a lot of times you keep doing it over and over and over again. You have a baby with one Pookie. You meet a Ray Ray. You got a baby with him. Another one, you get a baby. Why? You can, use birth control. You don't have to have a baby for every man that you meet and then talk about, well, I thought he was the one. Well, why'd he marry you? Right? Because that's the ultimate goal. If he really took you seriously and wanted you, he would be willing to marry you and try to do it the right way. But we have so many women who are doing it the wrong way and then still blaming the men. As if you don't have a brain, you don't have a logical sense at all. You don't have a bone in your body that gives you any type of logical sense or just common sense. Like y'all don't have that, but y'all the most educated. It don't make any sense, Night Call. It doesn't make any sense. And so this is what you got out there. So that's why it's difficult. That's why men are having a hard time finding women to take seriously because of this very reasoning. That's what the problem is. It's not all. That's why I say it's not all on the men. It's a lot of the women with this delusional mindset that's causing them not to see good men for who they are and not to want to accept good men because they're operating in this delusional world that tells them they're right. And so this is why they won't settle, which it's not settling because you're supposed to work with the person in a relationship. But in their mind, it's settling because the sisterhood, the Bonnet Crew Society of America told them, you need a rich man. He needs to cater to you and he needs to be willing to take you on your kids and you shouldn't accept nothing less. That's the problem. So now they just turn it to the whole culture, back the hoeing it up because that's the only way, using your body, the very thing you say men objectify, you're objectifying yourself at a for the highest bidder. That's what that is. To the highest bidder. You want the man who's going to give you the most for your body. Divine Photo says, does Kendra know? She may have put her own dating show in jeopardy because the lady admitted she scams older men. Plus, the man's family can report her child. Right. And I just think a lot of this. Thank you, Divine Photos. And that's true. That's not, like they laugh at this stuff like it's funny. I don't think it's a joke at all. At all. Thank you, Divine Photos, once again. Manversations 2020 podcast says, all Kendra's low energy guests are a reflection of her. She low-key agrees with their BS and only calls them out when it's obvious. There is some truth to that. That's why I'm saying this is one of those situations. This is not funny. If anything, you should be saying, girl, you need to stop trying to scam old men. Stop trying to use men. Can't you make your own money? All these independent boss chicks get into the bag. Why y'all using men for money? Thank you once again, Manversations 2020 podcast. I appreciate you. Cameron Caveman says, I'll commit for about 45 minutes. That's all I got. Oh, my God. He said he'll commit for 45 minutes. That's all he got. How much? Because, it's all about the money, Cameron Caveman, it's all about how much you're willing to spend for it. Are you willing to pay for it? Because that'd be enough for her or for them, the women who do this. Yours, Eric TV says, most enrolled, not educated. Exactly. Night Call says, thanks for reading my question. Happy B-Day, DeeDee. Thank you. I appreciate you. Perception is Reality says historically, good black men have cleaned up problems they didn't create. Exactly. I'm pro black and for black kids, but shaming us to help out is getting old. It's been old. Perception is Reality. It's done. Like that's not going to help it. These men aren't going for that. But they only do that, or they've done that when they thought it would shame them, and the men would feel bad, be like, man, you got it. Like these simpish men be on here talking about, man, you need to just don't send a good morning text. Send us some money. For what? Why the hell would you just randomly send a stranger money? Why would you do that? Women don't even think that makes sense. I hope they know that. Women behind the scenes are like, this nigga stupid. Y'all, I don't know what man thinks that a woman is looking at him saying, oh my God, he's so sweet. He's so nice. She's saying, this nigga sending me money. He don't even know me. Girl, I'm gonna ask him for some more. Women know that that's not normal. That's why they don't take you seriously. And they only use you because they think you can be used. Most women looking at you and saying, he's stupid. Y'all, I don't understand how men know. This is why I say it's very, very important to understand the nature of men and women. These types of women, they don't care about you. They only care about your money. So they don't look at you and say, oh my God, I want to be with him because he bought me he just sent me $200 just because. She's not looking at you saying, oh my God, he's such a great, oh, that's my king. Oh, he's a provider. No, she's saying how dumb he is. And girl, this nigga gonna keep giving me money. All I gotta do is do this and do that. Why? She's screwing somebody else who ain't giving her a lollipop.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's why I speak on it, because I've seen it happen. I know it's the truth. Those type of women who just out here trying to finesse you, they don't give a shit about you. They don't want you. They just want what you can give them. Thank you once again for the super chat. Perception is Reality 6769. Thank you, Ryan Williams. I appreciate you. Brother Fly Lineage says, no effing way you're 50. Excuse my language. Happy B-Day, sis. Thank you. I appreciate you. I am, though. Thank you. I appreciate you, though. Yours, Eric TV says, if I married a lady with kids, I'm settling. The F? Right. And I think they know that. They just want to try to convince you otherwise. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but thank you. Says happy birthday, Miss DeeDee. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Sorry I can't pronounce it, but I appreciate you. Manversation says they need to bring Backpage back for these women. Backpage, yeah, I heard of that. Child, they need something else. They need to bring shame back for real. Shame need to be brought back. Manversations, I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. Dante DB says, happy 50th birthday to you, Miss D. God bless you, your family, and your channel for the years to come. Thank you so much, Dante. I appreciate you for that. And thank you so much for the support and for being here. Thank you. DJ Easy Music Rider says, happy birthday, damn D. You ain't look nothing like 50, more like 29. I appreciate it.
Oh my God.
Thank you for the super chat, and thank you so much for being here. Captain K's man says, give her that Clarence Carter loving. Change all that. Wait, give her that Clarence Carter loving, and that'll change all that. Okay, shit. That will, I guess you might be right, because it depends. These women, they don't be as strong as they try to portray themselves to be too, Captain Caveman. So you might have a point there, child. They might just be, as long as it's subpar, they get their money and good, but right, give them something to think about, child, right. That might just change their whole perspective. I'm just saying. You might be on something. Thank you for the super chat, Captain Caveman, once again. It's Eric TV. Thank y'all for the super chats. I appreciate y'all. It says, if I'm going to pay, I'm paying a pro. They know how to shut up and love you short time. And love you a short time, not a long time. So you gonna pay a pro because they're gonna shut up and get to the point. Right. You don't have to deal with all the extras. Thank you, yours, Eric TV. Once again, I appreciate you, bro. No, you meant to say, no problem. Meant to say DeeDee though. Let's continue, y'all.
I want to start with when I said, oh, I wanted me a Cybertruck. Dude hit me up. He was leaning against the Cybertruck. Like, what?
Wait, why would you go in the elevator? That wasn't even a smart move. Going on the elevator wasn't a smart move, girl, because you're going to lose. Child, now
Hold
we
on one
frozen.
second. Let me
Why
get
would
up
you
to
go
the
in the
apartment real quick.
elevator?
1 second. Cause I'm going up to my place real quick. Cause I'm downstairs in the pool. But I'm
Okay,
trying to hurry
I'm
up.
gonna do.
Cause I
I'm
want
gonna
to catch you
sing
before
the
you
commercial
left.
break till we get situated. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna do the commercial songs until you get to the to your destination. Thank you for tuning in to the Kendra G Singles
Okay.
Live Dating Show. It is time for your commercial break. Ooh, and I like it. We chills on my spine every time I take one look with you. My tenderoni, my tenderoni. Pats in the back. Ooh, gotta wear your pants down real low. That's the kind of girl. Cream
Okay,
gets
I'm
the
back.
money. Dollar bill, y'all. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
And now back to the Kendra G Singles Live Dating Show. Thank you for tuning in to our commercial break music. All right, now back to you. All right, so give me the update since you've been on the show.
So I have had some guys that like are incredible, from guys that coach college football to engineers, gym owners. It's just been overwhelming. So it's like, dang, I was like, you really got the juice. And as I read the comments,
Ooh, child, this phone, child. We done changed locations and everything.
mhm,
Well, your phone went out. You said as you read the comments.
I couldn't believe that people were saying like really crazy stuff, like, "Oh, you're delusional, you're lying." I say either my life is really bad or it's really good that people just cannot believe it. Which one is it? So I got scared and I was like, "Dang, I ain't never been called a liar before by so many people. Like, what is there to lie about? Somebody." Like, I just couldn't understand. But as I talked to a couple of guys, they was like, go up there and clear the air. You can tell them what I do for a living. I don't mind. I like you. Like, it's nothing. Like, clear it up. And I just want to give you your props. Like, all the girlies need to get up here and tune in, chime in. Cause like I said, like I'm already getting like booked for an exclusive trip and cruises.
Now let's ask this. What are you looking for? Well, no, you kind of was clear. You said there is a fun time category, but so do you think a lot of fun time men reached out to you? Anybody that could be long term?
I feel like it's more long term because they're coming with the credentials and saying what they want. Usually dudes will try to talk to you, like give you like the love thing, like gas you up. It's been no gassing. It's been straight like, this is what I do. I've been here, live here. What is it that you want? I want a woman. I want to get married. They telling me they want to get married.
Okay, what's the age categories?
It's actually younger, but I think the highest has been like 60 something, which 60s don't even look bad because you know how we age gracefully. So they got the beard, they look good, they got the cut, they look good. So I don't see what the problem is.
Okay, so I would say this. Okay, offering trips. So you don't think because listen, there's two categories because you are an attractive girl. So you don't really want. And I think there's plenty of men that would not mind spending a weekend with you in your body. So do you think that that could be one of the enticing things, or do you think these are sincere men who you could really build a foundation with?
I think they're sincere, but
Okay.
if there are some ones that's trying to play, it's gonna weed out. Like
Okay.
it's gonna uncover itself.
Well, the way you would know that is you just don't have sex fast.
Yeah, just hold out, and
But
then
if you
you'll
go
see
on the
who.
trip, okay, but how do you go on the trip and not have sex?
The trip is not until like November, so it
So
give us
you'll
some
do some
time.
dates before this. Okay.
It's not
Okay.
like
Okay.
next week,
Okay.
but it's just like out the gate, just already like boom, 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 like whatever you need, whatever you want.
Okay.
That's
I thought
exactly how
like
like.
the trip was in 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh, that's okay.
Because I
Now,
felt like that's good to keep it kind of so we can get to know each other. Like, I don't want you to like drop a bag too much because I don't want you to think I'm just want to use you and that's all you worth. Because I do.
Girl, that's all it sounds like. And I think, if she's really honest, I think that's why people are saying she's lying. I think she's getting men who want to sleep with her. That's what she's getting. Because that's what she sounds like she's looking for. She didn't come on here and say, I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a committed relationship, no games, somebody that I can build something with. No, she's talking about getting to the money and dating older men to scam. I'm like, so when you lead with that, that's the type of attention that you're going to get. So yeah, a lot of men probably in the DMs, they're like, come on, I'll fly you out. Come on, I'll tap that. Yeah, I want that. That's it. And they're going to send you back. And if she's really being honest, that's probably why she's still single. If she's all that attractive, she should already have a man by now. I think this is why I say this ain't funny, because if you really are that girl and you really are a catch, then you're gonna have men who want to be with you. And if that's what you are about, you gonna want to find one and want to be with them. The reason these women are playing, because they don't really want one man. That ain't enough for them. They want multiple men that they can finesse and get money from, so they can have this soft girl life that they're looking for. They don't have to work. You just get multiple men that you sleeping with, and you getting a bag from all these men. You can pay your bills, live your life how you want, go really sleep with who you really want to sleep with, and them a little bit to get their money. They don't want nothing serious. If a woman that is a catch, she not gonna have a problem getting a man, finding a man she want, and she gonna be with him. And it ain't got nothing to do with all this other bullshit. So if you out here just giving it up and you want money and you want trips, that's what you get. That's what she sound like. And that's your choice. That's your business. Look, I don't really give a damn at the end of the day, because that's what you want. That's you. But a lot of times they can't find what they want. See, they're not getting what they want. They usually be putting that cat out there and they really not getting nothing in return. If you really low key want to they don't really be getting all this money that they want you to think. They be getting ran through without the actual benefits that they're looking for. And that's what be pissing them off. And that's why they got to be on here. If she was really, in my opinion, just my opinion, if she was really getting what she really wants, she wouldn't even be on the Kendra G show. If she really was running into these men with all this money that's willing to give it to her, what the hell she would be on Kendra's show for? Looking for a man. She wouldn't need to do that. She would have it. She wouldn't even want to show her face, because she would be living that life for real. The real hoes who really get into the big bank, they ain't on here showing that. They getting that money. They don't want to expose what they're going through or expose the men or that lifestyle, because they really get into it. They really living life off of it. So, yeah, why are you on Kendra's show then? What you looking for on Kendra's show? If you really got it like that, why are you on here? What you looking for? You looking for, because they don't be getting it like that. These ones, in my opinion. That's why you looking. Lawan, the Scratch Off King, thank you so much for the super chat. Said happy birthday, keep cooking. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, they're not getting what they want. That's why you're on the Kendra show. Let's continue.
I want to cook. I do want to clean. I want to be a listener. I want to get to know you. It's not just about your money. I want to build a relationship also.
Okay, so let's talk about the Cybertruck. So you said somebody offered to get you the Cybertruck?
They didn't offer, but I just said, look how God worked, because he, hit me up. He didn't say nothing about it, so I went to his page. He leaned up against it like this, yeah.
He owns a Cybertruck.
Yeah, so it was things, you can speak things into existence. So I feel like you are who you hang around. You hang around a friend that got something that you admire or you like, it's only a matter of time that you're going to ask them, well, how did you get it? Or what do you do? Or create an avenue so you can get your own. So that's what I'm saying. When I like to talk to leaders, because I don't call them what they say, high value men. I just call them leaders. They're leaders. They're going to teach you how to navigate, put you in a position to, have a nice car, have a nice thing. So, but I know I looked up a few things like Jeff Bezos, he's in his 60s. Jamie Foxx in his 50s. Yeah, they married, but they up there, they don't lose their title because they age. And I felt like a lot of dudes would hit me up yeah, I'm older, but I can still hang and stuff. And I'm you don't have to explain yourself because you're older, because people putting you down. I don't like that.
No. Obviously there's a lot of.
Why don't she have one of those? Just why are you on Kendra? This is a dating show to try to hook people up. If you got it in the bag and you got it like that, why are you on here? If you meet these men that could do all this, just go. Why are you on here? Is it not giving what it's supposed to give? What's going on? There's something else to it. That's all I'm saying. Come on now. People aren't Pierre. Is it Pierre? The Elegance. I hope I'm saying that right. Pierre, the Elegance 720 says, happy birthday, Dee. These women ain't fooling nobody. Exactly. They're not. They're not pulling the wool over everybody. Somebody they fooling, but not everybody. Just saying. Thank you for the super chat and thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate you. Let's continue, y'all.
50 is not old. And look, they was cussing me out for saying 70 was old, because I said a 70-year-old man don't really know how to text, and they was like, Kendra, what you talking about? My mama, my daddy's 70, and they know how to text, and they're young. And so I was like, okay, damn, I stand corrected. What I would just say is everything. Okay, hold on. Leaders. Okay, Sam. Shout out to Sam. Sam and this guy named Goofy Flynn are like two of my biggest supporters who I love dearly, who I've never met in life, but they're very big supporters in my comment section. And Sam said, leaders, and gave you for saying leaders. This is what I said. And, you know, the day I posted you, the day before I posted you, I posted this wonderful woman who's pretty much, you know, kind of almost opposite to you. Older, she's a widow. Her husband literally died on her birthday. And I had posted her 10 hours before you. And your video got more views than her video in 1 hour. And they were saying, and some people were coming at me saying, Kendra, why would you entertain her? And I was like, no, well, why are you entertaining her? Because you're acting like this is a volunteer base, right? This is why sometimes I do get people together in the comment section because I'm not a jail program. Like, you don't have to watch me in order to do your jail hours in order to be a free person. I'm not a part of a school course that is a requirement no, anyone here volunteers to be here. So whether you know this or not, you are a goofy if you have anything negative to ever say, because you could just not watch. You could just not watch. That's one thing. But then you watch and then you leave a comment. So not only does
Yeah, because it's entertainment, Kendra. It's an entertainment. This is why people watch, because it's an entertainment. It's entertainment TV, you know, and and this is why a lot of times you can't really worry about the comments as much and take it personal, because when these type of stories are made public, people are gonna have comments. People are gonna have opinions. You don't have to agree with it, but that's just the nature of the game. And if you don't want people to comment, turn the comments off. And that way you'll not ever see a comment or any of it. You could turn these things off. Divine Photo says she looking for clout and her IG shows video vixen. I'm not surprised, Divine Photos. Thank you for the super chat. DJ Easy Music Rider says, D, continue enjoy your big Earth Day. Gonna go to sleep. Catch you on the next one. Thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here once again. Hope to see you soon. Shout out to you. Thank you for the support. And enjoy the rest of your day and have a blessed one. Yeah, I mean, look, this is entertainment. You're here to call out some things and give your opinion and your thoughts, but at the end of the day, it's entertainment TV. People watch social media more than they watch regular scheduled programming on regular TV. People go to social media, people go to YouTube to watch stuff that entertains them more than the regularly scheduled programs on CBS, ABC, and all of that. So it's an entertainment factor. Now, there's some truth in a lot of this and things you call out and things you give opinions on. People are teaching certain things, but it's still an entertainment factor. So people are going to have thoughts on it. That's what it's for.
You watch, you read through the comment section, you responded to the comments, just admit you like it here. Like, I was like, just admit y'all like her because y'all are here. Y'all are giving her your attention. Because at the end of the day, when I post the type of women that y'all tell me I should post, they are posted. Where y'all be at? Y'all ain't watching them. Y'all not in the comment section. You not hitting them up. So don't get mad at me. I know what y'all like. And now back to you. I'm on record. You can't date my daddy. But I knew he was going to get a man. I was like, she getting a man. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. She has a lot of things, whether y'all agree or disagree, that men like, and I'm not surprised by your update.
But I do want to clear up one thing, because people were saying I was a predator because I'm preying on elderly people. And I'm like, how am I preying on elderly people when y'all get them fresh off the bus at 18? Some are still in high school. And y'all say when we hit 30, we ain't no good no more. So I'm just going where I'm celebrated. That's all I'm doing. That's it.
No, but you're going after resources from the men. You're not there when they say men go where you're appreciated and where you're loved. It's because you want to go where the women appreciate you and they want to be with you and take you seriously. No, you're going after men for money and things. So that is like a predator. You're preying on the older men for their finances. You're not trying to marry that man and be with him for real. You don't want that old ass man. You're there for his finances, and to him, you are a prize because you're much younger. So you're just going after him for his resources. Really, is what a lot of women have been doing, going after older men for their resources and their stability. They've been doing it since they were young, and then now they're getting older and they're going older. So you're doing something that women have always done. You're just going after an older demographic because you're older. And because the men who are closer to your age don't want you. They want something younger. You're not appealing to them. So yeah, but you're only going after the older men, not because you want them for serious relationships. You only want their money and their resources. That's the difference. That's why they're saying predator, because you're using them for their money. Captain Caveman says, "Oh, I'll definitely navigate and put you in position, child." Captain Caveman, you on something else. Thank you for the super chat. 87 Stephen X says, where's the WWE's Godfather when you need him? Right. Thank you, 87 Stephen X. I appreciate you, child. DJ Vapors, thank you for the super chat. Says, happy born day, DeeDee. Been watching since C19. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here, and shout out to you for being a loyal supporter. Thank you so much for the super chat. Captain Caveman again says, lead to the bedroom and through the back door, bird child. He says, lead to the bedroom and through the back door, child. That's how they looking at it. Thank you, Captain Caveman, once again, child. They gonna get it. That's why they on these shows. That's why I say she's not getting what she want, because she wouldn't be on here. What you on here for if you get what you want? And all you getting is a ran through. That's it. These men ain't really doing too much. Because if they were, you wouldn't need to be on here. That's I'm sticking to that. Let's continue.
Okay, so for clarity, you're talking about men. So you're saying that men get the younger girls.
They say that once you hit 30, oh, this and that, you know good, you leftovers or whatever. So I transmute that and say, well, I'm gonna turn it into a positive. I'm gonna go, I'm celebrated. If you don't want me,
well, that's literally, and this is what I always say to the women. I'm like, listen, from what I've learned in data, and the data that I am talking about is data from talking to thousands of singles and interviewing them for the last 16 years. Also owning a dating app. So y'all know I have a whole business. I know how fingers move. And then also having a lot of great friendships with the type of men that you guys describe that you want. The commonality is always younger. Now, of course, there's exceptions to rules, right? I feel like some of the men that are close to their wives' age, I mean, it's always exception to the rules. But if there is a rule, more than likely the guy wants someone younger. So, ladies, what she's saying, and I would, depending on how older you go, that's kind of on you. But she's right. Like, if a 35-year-old man is saying she's no longer no good at 30, well, then a 50-year-old man is looking at her like, no, she's good to him. Exactly. Or a 45-year-old man.
Well, but also there are other factors too, Kendra. There are other factors. A lot of these women are looking for men to provide a lifestyle for them. It's not just about the age. Because I'm pretty sure if you found a woman that was 32, no kids, and she's a good woman for real, and she has the qualities that you're looking for, I don't think that would be an issue. Right? Am I wrong? Let me know. Because most men out here, they're not saying, oh, I just won't get a 32-year-old. No, she has no kids, 32. She has the right mindset. She's willing to work with you. Nobody wants a 32-year-old single woman with no kids that's a gold digger. She sounds like a gold digger. And in the first video, she kind of backtracked a little bit. She kind of like, the initial video, she basically sounded like a gold digger. You just want a man for money and cars, and you want to know this and you want to know that from a man. That's it. And from the experiences that she talked about, that's what it just sounded like. So now she's kind of like trying to change that tune a little bit. But no, she wants somebody to take care of her. You want a woman, you want a man to just take care. You don't want a man for serious committed relationships. You need you're looking for a sponsor. And no man wants to be a sponsor to a woman who's for the streets. There's no commitment or loyalty there. She's going to do whatever she wants in the streets wise, and you going to just be on her rotation, but paying her bills and all of this other shit. That's not what I don't think men want that. That's the difference. Let's continue.
Is looking at a 30-year-old girl saying she's good to him. So you just...
And another thing, men are saying they want younger women who are not tainted, who haven't been ran through, and women who can have their children. who don't have children. They want a younger woman who's not messed up by the Bonnet Crew Society of America, and she doesn't have buku kids by different guys. She ain't traumatized. She's a less traumatized. That she's more understanding of a relationship and building with the man and having his kids. That's why. There's many factors to why men choose and move the way they do. And I think a lot of women, to be so educated, seem to not understand that simple concept. It's like y'all are lost and confused and dazed by the most simplest things, but y'all have all this education, all these degrees. You don't understand and get this simple stuff mixed up. Men have made it very clear as to what they're looking for and why. But because you have so many young women out here who've been ran through and got babies all over the place, these men don't want that. But now the ones who don't have any kids, they think they're the prize, and they can't find a man around their age to want to take them seriously, because once he hear them talk, he like, oh shit, no, I don't want this. When they don't listen to you and what you asking for, they're like, oh nah, this is not what I want. I want a wife. I want a mother of my kids. I want to have a family. I don't want a gold digger who's looking for a soft girl life. Come on. Night Call, thank you for the super chat, says, why is it okay to do this because she's going where she's praised, but passport bros are criticized / crucified? Exactly. Once again, they hate men. You hate to see men happy and doing what they want to do, but y'all can do whatever you want, and it is celebrated. This is the one-sidedness of it all that I always talk about. This is the part that's why I say women are lost in the sauce. You want what you want to do what you want to do, and you want everybody to see the make sense of it. But men, these men are why they got to be criticized and shamed and belittled and all of that, because they're trying to go find something that they want. But this is why men are ignoring these women. This is why they say they don't even give them eye contact. They ain't even look at them in the eye. They walk like past them like they're a zombie. They're not like, like they don't exist. Like, nah, they're not paying attention to them. They're just doing their own thing. I recommend it. Do your thing. Don't worry about these. They don't control your life. You do what you want to do. Who gives a damn what they say? That's why men always are in my comments saying, we don't give a damn. We get what you're trying to do, DeeDee, but we don't give a damn. That's what they say all the time. They let me know that, and I get it. They don't give a damn. And you shouldn't. Do your thing. Let them do what they want, and they're going to crash and burn, and they're going to see what it's really like, and they're starting to see it. And while men go off and y'all do your own thing, don't worry about it. I would tell my sons the same thing. Freedom Comfort 880. Thank you for the super chat. Says, happy birthday, D. These ladies want the bag, but don't have the game to secure it. Child. Looks ain't enough, boo. 100. Enjoy your B-Day. Who that? You know what? And they don't. They talk a good game, but when you really look at what's happening, they be missing it all the time. They really do. It is funny, but it's not. Because I personally don't think women should put themselves out like that, but they do it all the time, thinking it's a flex, and they be the one losing and complaining and still running around on Kendra trying to look for a man after all that. They so attractive, they so this, they that girl, but you can't get no man to really give you what you looking for. So you ain't doing, you're right. They missing it every time. They ain't really securing the bag the way they want you to believe. Thank you once again for the super chat. I appreciate you. Captain Caveman says, have degrees, but only grease D's. Shaking my head.
Oh my God.
Right. That's yeah. That's all they getting ran through, and that's it. And they ain't getting nothing for it. This is why they be trying to put, charges on people and try to make up shit to get some money, because they ain't getting that money. Y'all get ran through, right, greased up left and right. And you ain't really getting nothing for it. And that's why they be mad. I'm just saying, it's the truth. Thank you, Captain Caveman, once again. Our Pain, MPS, once again, thank you for the super chat, says 35-year-old men are not rejecting 30-year-old women in mass. Right. As long as she isn't bringing massive baggage with her. Exactly, Our Pain. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Exactly. I don't think that is in mass the problem. I think it's the attitude and the mentality and, and amongst other things that is causing that. Right. And I think, when they're having these conversations, they don't point out all of the different factors. You just, oh, well, she has a point. No, she doesn't. Because, right, it's a lot of baggage that these women are bringing, and the expectations that they have, too. It's on the unrealistic side, and these men are just not falling for it. Thank you, R. Payne. I appreciate you. Thank you once again for the super chat. Let's continue.
You're saying you don't want me. I heard you loud and clear. Let me go where I'm celebrated. And actually what you're supposed to do. They said,
Yeah,
okay, a couple things. They said 70 is very old though.
but it's not.
70 is old. I do think, now I will say this. I think if you're going to 70, I personally think you're going to 70 as a sugar as a sugar daddy, but you don't like that?
No, because I feel like a sugar daddy, that's like temporary. You only there, you show up when they call you to make a transaction. I'm trying to really be in your life.
Okay, this
Like,
Sam said again, go where you're celebrated. Okay, Sam's dropping the dollars tonight. Okay, but someone did say this. Okay, so 70 with a lot of life to live, because I did see this in the comments that you want a guy that's close to death.
okay, and this is what I thought about that too. I said, well, maybe I'm put on this earth to be around people that's about to transition, so they can have an easy transition with somebody that actually care about them, because they wouldn't be depending on me if y'all was there for your parents in the first place. So why your parent is that vulnerable or going through, getting close to the end, and they need someone like me, or maybe they just do, or maybe he dogged out women all his life, and I'm the one time that he can treat somebody right before he leaves this earth. Can it just be that?
Your mindset of how you so in your way, you're doing like community service on his way out before he sees Jesus.
Not it could be, or if you want to look at it like that, because you got to think about it. Leaving this earth is scary. Is you don't know what's about to happen, and have somebody that want to be there for you, like that's a big deal.
Okay, do you push back on people thinking you're a gold digger?
Oh man.
No.
Okay.
No. You can call me whatever you want, but you ain't calling me broke. You're not calling me a pick Misha, even though my name Misha. That hurt my feelings if you called me that. But you're not calling me like a bonnet girl or whatever y'all call it, bonetta and all that. No, I'm not none of that. So if you want to call me out my name and call me a gold digger, that's rather than anything else. I can live with that.
Okay. Something else I saw, and I guess since we're here, I'm asking you all these follow-up questions. Does love matter? Because a lot of people felt like you're not really looking for love. You're looking for, stability, a man with a bag. So does love matter to you, or does the money outweigh and you can learn to love the guy?
It's kind of like, well, one, everything I have is because of me. I go to work. I work a full 80 in 2 weeks, and I add overtime on top of it to make sure I cover everything. So I pay for all my stuff by myself. Nothing's in no one else's name.
Well, some people thought you didn't have a job, because remember you called me, you said you was interviewing for a new job.
Yeah, but I still have my current one. So I'm, transitioning. But even still, even if I'm transitioning, everything I have is because I actually get up and I go to work. So I already have the stability part. You don't have to worry about, like, when I think about the car situation with the Nissan thing, it wasn't to really talk bad about anybody, but when I do get with me, you're not going to have to worry about my car breaking down on the side of the road, because I made sure that I have a reliable car, and I made sure my credit is good. So, if I need to get something in my name, or, code, like, do anything, I'm good. I'm not a liability. Also, like, been to therapy. I ain't gonna say I'm just 100% healed, but I'm not coming with like craziness. I'm not finna.
But I mean, see what I'm saying? She's doubling down on what she initially said in the first video, because you came out, I want a new car, I want this, I need this, I want to go to this new like what? So now she's doubling down. Like, now you can take care of yourself. This is why you're on here looking. So if you don't mind being called a gold digger, but so you're on here looking for, what are you looking for? Like, because it sounds like you're a gold digger to me. Nightcall 411 says that's like telling a predator, isn't 16 too young? And to reply, is but it's not. Right. It's like, come on. She thinks she's pulling the wool over people's eyes when you're really not. All of this is predatory behavior. You know what I'm saying? But women only see it when it applies to men. They don't see it when it applies to themselves. Thank you, Nightcall, once again. I appreciate you. Thank you, Brogundy, for the birthday wish. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Bring drama to your life. I don't argue none of that stuff. So I am looking for love. Like, at the end of the day, like, yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So you were surprised, like, being on this platform, obviously you got a lot of attention, but you're happy about the male attention you received. You were just surprised at how the comment section saw you.
Yes. There was just, I don't even know. I wish I would pull it up right now, but I don't want to act crazy on the platform, because I'm still trying to be.
Well, let me see if I could pull up something. I mean, we here, right? We here.
Our pain says she's the Grim Reaper child. Right. She didn't like because see, once again, the comments probably exposed her true nature and she didn't like it. Once again, when you're delusional and you don't get that you're not used to these type of responses, it will mess with you. But it's something she needs to look into because people come on, you said you need a new car, you need this, new this, and you dealing with old men to get money. Girl, what else is it? Like how the comments hurt your feelings because it brought the truth to the light and you don't want to look bad to folks because you want people to think I don't know. It's like the delusional ones want you to be delusional too. They want you to act like you don't see what's happening or you're not hearing what you're hearing. They want you to see it in a delusional light, to make it seem like, oh, she's such a loving, beautiful woman. She wants a man for love. When you basically said how you use men and scam them, basically. It's insane. Thank you, R-Pain. I appreciate you. He said the Grim Reaper child.
Here, right? He came back. This is what I will say. And I just said this a second ago on my Instagram show. So I had this guy, and the things that I've learned in this space. And again, not a therapist. I don't even claim to be a relationship expert. I stand on what I've always been. I'm actually celebrating my 25th year of graduating from Hampshire University this year. Most of y'all know, some of y'all know me before this show, but before interviewing singles for the last 6 years, I was a whole radio and TV personality. That's what I did for 20 plus years of my life. So I'm a journalist. As a journalist, what I've done is collect data and interviews.
Need something, they get mad if you walk around needing. And they're like, that's kind of like an insult to me. I've done all this hard work and you won't let me do what I need to do for you?
Like, so you're saying the guy's mindset is
yes,
he wants to provide for you.
Yes, it's kind of like you almost embarrassing him, like he not man enough to do what he need to do. Like, I'm not gonna be like that. I don't run into dudes that call me a prostitute. They ask me, do you need something? Why you walking around acting like you don't need? Are you too good for help? I'm not too good for help.
Well, why won't you get one of those guys that is asking you for help and could provide for you? Why don't you create a relationship with them? Why are you sitting out here still running around like a prostitute? Why not get one of the guys who's willing to do these things for you? And why can't y'all be in a relationship and build together and be together? That way y'all doing it together. What is that if that's the goal? If you want love and all that commitment, why don't you get one of those guys?
Ooh. Came back with the receipts. Listen, I'm wishing you the best. I would like to stay in tune and see if you meet somebody that you feel is worthy of something serious, if it can grow into that direction. Look, she was on the show 24 hours ago. How many suitors you got? What, 4 or 5?
It's really more than that, but I had to narrow it down because it's like, and I hope I'm narrowing down to the right few. But I'm gonna make a good decision. I already know it's some amazing men. Like, you got some good men on your platform. Like, I like that.
Thank you.
You really do.
I think that, and then ask yourself, do you want to become that person? You can't be high value to a person.
Yeah, like they.
And this is a very.
I heard enough. I can't do no more because it's just monotonous. That's the word. It's too much bullshit, girl. You got all these options. First off. And if you had all these options before the Kendra show, why didn't you lock one of them down? So now she admitted that Kendra has some good men on the show and there's some options there. So we want to see, we should be looking at another update of her getting married and settling down and all that other stuff she was saying didn't make no sense. And now she's with a man that's loving and taking care of her and giving her the things that she wants. But oftentimes you don't see that. Majority of the times you won't see that because these people be full of shit. If you that girl and you got all this going on, you don't need to go on a dating show. People who can find or attract the type of people that they want in real life don't need to go on dating shows. They don't need to go on dating apps. You don't need to do any of that because especially if you're surrounded by these type of guys that are leaders and the type of guys that you like, and you are that girl, as they would say, you should be able to get one of them to look at you and be like, "Ooh, that's a catch. I'm gonna get her, and I want her, and I'm gonna get her." Because typically men who see a woman that they're interested in and they can get her and they want her, they usually get her. And that's the end of that. She's off the market. But a lot of these women stay on the market because they're not really what they want you to believe that they are. They're not really what they want you to believe that they are. And the men recognize that. This is why they don't take them seriously. This will take you out, take you on their boat, take you out, do all this stuff. And that's it. get it cracking, raw dog you, whatever, and boom. No, they might even raw dog you because they don't want no babies with you. They don't want that. Then they know that they're gonna have to be responsible, and they put their livelihood in jeopardy because they have something, they have a lot that they have to maintain and be focused on. So they ain't trying to get you pregnant. So the men who got something to lose, they ain't trying to get you pregnant. So yeah, so they gonna make sure they wrap it up real tight. So, but they gonna, bang, 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 and get what they want out of you, give you a few dollars, if that, and then send you on your way. This is why they all out here still looking, because ain't nobody really giving them what they really want. This is why these women be mad. They're like, damn, I done let him clap the cheeks and I done give it to him all. I done swung on the chandelier and did all of this. And he didn't give me no money. He gave me $50 in the Uber. Oh my God. What? I didn't even get a bag out of it. So then they get mad, and this is when they start lying and creating up false rumors and all of that. And then that's how that occurs. They don't begin with them. Men ain't shelling out that type of money on these what y'all would call birds. They're not shelling out this money on these women. And this is why they still looking. So yeah, it's just not, it's not what they want you to believe it is. And I just think, they realizing that. And it's not given what they thought it should give. Yours, Eric TV says, I blame weak men for this, by the way, beta bucks. Right. Yeah. And we talk about that. The men who are out here thinking that this is what they got to do to get these women. Thank you, yours, Eric TV, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Men out here who thinking this is still the way to go about getting a woman, and it makes these women more delusional. Because if you're willing to pay and give her, do all the things for her, just for a little bit of her time, then this is why they feel entitled to it. This is why they think that it's possible, and this is why they keep looking for it. And the more men are waking up and saying, no, I don't need to do this. I'm not doing this. I'm not a sucker. I'm not a simp. It's these women are still becoming more and more aggressively, they're getting more aggressive, thinking that they gotta, shame more, do more to force y'all into doing that, because they're losing. They're not getting their bills paid. They're not getting all these free nails and hair and stuff done. They got to pay for it themselves, and they don't want to do that. Even if they're independent boss chicks, they don't want to pay for their own shit. They still want somebody else to pay for it. And so if they got to do what they got to do to get y'all back in mode to be the way that the men used to be, because it's costing them. See, and it's costing them in every realm, and they don't like it. And so yeah, so once again, they got to do what they got to do. Phil Mac 23 says self-reflection, truth writing fiction like a kite. Oh my God. Thank you, Phil Mac 23. I appreciate that. I think I get what you're saying. You says self-reflection, truth writing fiction like a kite. Right. Exactly. But that's why they don't want to self-reflect, because it shows too much of the truth, and it shows the reality of what they're doing, and they don't like reality. The delusional world is much safer for a lot of these women who move in this way. And so that's why they stay delusional. They think that they can get what they want being delusional, but it really just gives you the opposite. Thank you once again for the super chat, Phil Mac. Thank you, God Flavor One. I appreciate you. She will suffer the same fate as Vivica Fox. Right. This dummy don't get it. They call you a prostitute when you're not there. Exactly. Marriage, not an engagement. Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they'll get it eventually. Nightcall says, isn't she a modern day concubine? What man has ever taken a concubine serious enough to marry? None. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of them don't even want marriage if they can get the financial aspect out of the man. If they can get the sponsor, they don't want marriage. They'll unless they go find some, and they ain't gonna marry nobody, because as long as they can get the money and everything that they want, if they can get everything they want out of you, they don't care about marriage. Thank you, Nightcall. I appreciate you. Dark. Oh my God. Nova Scar. I hope I'm saying that right. Says, I said you from Texas. I said you from Texas. Hooah. I'm saying, I don't know. I'm not from Texas though, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Pharaoh, what's going on? Pharaoh says, happy B-Day, D. Fox recently said she still want 50. Fox says she still want 50. Oh, she still want 50. 50 Cent. Child, 50 don't want her. Oh my God. He done. He dodged the bullet. He don't want her. but she still want him. But he don't want her. That's the problem, see? Thank you, Pharaoh. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the B-Day wishes. Thank you, Kennard, the DJ. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. His media ENT 2.0 says, happy 50th Gen X, stand up. We the flyest 100. I know that's right. Oh my God. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you for being here, y'all. Shout out to everybody who supports the channel, everybody who gave birthday wishes. I appreciate all of you. Shout out to everybody who gave super chats or cash apps to support the channel. I appreciate y'all so much. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody watching, everybody who liked the stream. I appreciate you so much for that. Everybody who supports the channel in any way, I appreciate y'all so much. Listen, make sure you guys are continuously supporting the channel by watching the videos that are posted, y'all. At least go over and hit the like button and leave a comment just to let me know it's real. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's free to subscribe. That definitely helps the channel to grow. And make sure you are hyping up the videos, y'all, that actually supposed to help the channel in some way. So make sure you are doing that as well. Thank you, Mark Cooper. I appreciate you for the B-Day wish. Yours, Eric TV says, this why my generation and Generation Z financially celibacy is a more common practice. Yeah, this is why my generation and Generation Z are financially celibate. Financially celibacy is a more common practice. I get what you're saying. Financial celibacy is a more common practice. Exactly. Right. And they don't like that either because they can't take advantage. Women always like to talk about men taking advantage of them, but they never want to talk about how they look to take advantage of a man. Wanting men to pay your bills and do all this off rip, that's trying to take advantage of somebody. That's trying to finesse somebody. So that is taking advantage because you don't want them for them. You're not trying to get to know them. You just want to take advantage of them because you need money and you need your bills paid because you broke. The women be broke, and this is why they try to shame men into giving them money because they need their bills paid and they got to try to get it the best way they can. So yeah, it's crazy, but y'all, it's a hot mess anyway. Thank you, Yois Eric TV once again. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all. I gotta get out of here. Thank you for the super chat. Nice LA girl. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody watching, everybody. Thank all of you guys for the birthday wishes. I appreciate y'all. Once again, make sure you click that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post new videos or go live, y'all. I forgot who told me they didn't get the notification, but make sure you have that clicked to on so that you'll have a better chance of getting the notification when I go live, right? So thank y'all once again. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank y'all so much for being here, for supporting. You have no idea how much I appreciate what y'all do and for rocking with me and laughing and joking with me. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for more, you guys. I will be back really soon. Hopefully, with another live stream. If you have any suggestions or ideas or topics you would like me to discuss, DM them to me on Instagram, you guys, at DeeDeesReactions. DM me if you have some videos you would like me to react to. Send them to me on my Instagram. I can check them out from there. All right. So thank y'all once again. I appreciate you guys. Stay blessed. Be safe out here in the streets, and I will catch you later. I love y'all. See y'all later. Bye.
You laugh and my heart chokes. Like Midas, everything you touch turns gold. You dance in the hallway like nobody's told. You say my name so softly, like it's a little word. Yeah. Every time you're near me, all my doubts get blurred. You take my day, turn it bright, brand new. Every look you give says I choose you. I get you more than anybody ever could. You get me in a way I never understood. In every little smile, every little move you do. Ooh, baby, I don't need a reason. I just know. I get you. Yeah, you're talk about your dreams, eyes wide, shining clear. And you tell the wildest stories I could listen for years. And you roll your eyes and kiss me when I'm stubborn and proud. You pull me back to center when my thoughts get loud. You take my fear, turn it into truth. Yeah. Every time you touch me, I remember you. I get more than anybody ever could. You get me, yeah. In a way I never understood. Every little smile, every little move you do. Ooh, baby, I don't need a reason. I just know, I just know I get. When the world feels heavy on my shoulders, you lean in, lay your head right over mine. You say, we can carry this together. And just like that, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I get you every day, all the way. I get you get me in your eyes. That's when I'm free. I get you more than anybody ever could. And you get me, yeah. In a way I never understood. Every little smile, every little move you do, baby. I don't need a reason. I just know.